See, now, sir, we are live. And you can see me behind the coffee pot.
There.
Look, there's a pot. You're live, and that's the picture for now.
Who likes pot?
I don't know. We'll do the intro in case he comes back. Maybe. I don't fucking know.
I can't see it.
I don't see it. I don't see it.
It's a stream, it says.
Oh, yeah. It doesn't mean it. Like, I don't actually see it.
Casey, why didn't you bring your phone into the shitter?
Oh, it's live. I see it. I finally see it. It's right here. Yep, right there.
I haven't gotten it yet.
I don't care if you haven't gotten it. I'm going to play it and see if I can hear it. Right there. Holy shit, we can hear it. Finally, after like fucking hours here.
There's only an hour. Just turn down your volume.
I'm turning it off now. I'll keep recording it. When he gets back, we can do the actual intro. But for posterity, I guess we're going to tell people that we're playing horror on the Orient Express with the Call of Cthulhu. Yeah. And we're starting off the very first episode in the book in London.
The book in London?
The book has episodes. We are in London.
Oh god, I just realized like they can see me in the fucking reflection. Combing my fucking beard. I have a fucking beard!
I'm here too, don't worry.
Oh, Jesus. And I'm drinking, like, wine like a prick.
No.
But it's my wine. I made it. Fuck you. I could be an asshole. Do I have to be nice? I can't see if they're saying anything. I can't. It says something. Akio Takum say something, and I don't know who the hell it is. What?
I like the quiet one.
Well, here's the deal.
Yes.
I'll pull this down and put it back up on your mom's basement page later after they give me extra streaming ability. God damn. Wait 24 hours for streaming ability? That's stupid.
That is kind of dumb.
I just realized I'm so quiet and I'm the quietest one here.
Hey, now it goes. Now it goes.
You'll have to speak up so you can be heard on the stream where people will be watching.
But I'm a woman.
Those are fucking very outside.
Just because it's 1923 and you're a woman doesn't mean you have no rights. It means that you need to go and be a flapper. But you're like a duchess or something stupid. So, I mean, you're an aristocrat, so you're good. I mean, everybody wants to be an aristocrat, so you're good.
Can you hear me? Wait, can I hear?
Yes, they can hear
Yes, we can hear you. We just heard you hearing you. Damn it. I forgot to explain disadvantage and advantage rolls, and Casey is still not here to do that because Casey is hiding in the bathroom because he's a jerk.
Yeah, who's taking a shit?
Oh, it's a shit.
A
shit of the shittiest variety. Oh, look, it's a picture of London and Wales and England. And
oh, sheepshaggers. Okay. What?
There's Dover in the corner. I wonder how accurate this map is. It looks not drawn quite correctly to scale. And this work was dedicated to the memory of Lynn W. Willis, a scholar, mentor, and friend.
Who the hell is that?
Well, he's clearly the professor by the picture.
Oh my god, it is!
Professor Smith.
Smythe.
Smith.
Shut up, I'm a prick.
Shut up, murder hobo.
I am the murder hobo.
Murder hobo.
How can you figure out how many people are watching?
It doesn't tell me. Well, it's not going to one.
Oh, that's me.
There's one, yes. It's right there. I can see it on the screen.
Well, this is top of the chat.
But have you, tweeted out?
Yeah, I just put it out on one of the channels.
You should throw it into, the Telegram and shit.
Yeah. Just
because people will eventually want, oh my god, the Phantom Shitter comes back.
The Phantom Shitter.
I would like everyone to remember the delicious meal.
The Phantom Shitter.
Remember your upbringing.
By the way, I just posted it to the Bavard channel.
That's fine.
Nobody's seen it yet. There's 2 people on now. Who the hell's number 2?
Hi, people.
Is it you? Who the hell's number 2?
Hi, number 2.
Say something, number 2.
I took a number 2.
We know you took it. Why is my phone downloading something now?
Maybe you're.
Did you give me a
you're
virus?
Maybe you're also secretly number 2. If there is somebody else actually watching, we're going to begin as soon as Payson gets his ass back to the table.
Hurry up, you prick.
Beverage.
Well, I've got wine.
Well, good for you, faggot.
See, I made my own wine, and it's half frozen because I'm a dumbass and forgot it in the freezer.
Okay, so the last part that I forgot to explain to you is advantage and disadvantage dice. If you get advantage or disadvantage, I'm going to give you another die. How advantaged and disadvantaged you are depends on how many. Well, I mean, how many dice you get depends on how advantaged or advantage disadvantage you are. If you're disadvantaged, you take the higher of the rolls. If you're advantage, you take the lower of the rolls. So you'll roll multiple dice, and then you'll do the tens digit. And if you get 2 dice, you'll do the tens and the ones.
Understood. Let us begin.
Begin what? You are the phantom shitter, sir.
I am indeed the Phantom
Wait, why did
Shitter,
you post this in
Mr.
Apparently he's number
Murder
2.
Hobo.
I'm just going to grab that link and send it to a few people. So that's what I'm trying to do right now.
It's fair enough. Good sir.
I didn't mean to click it.
Oh, you're the second person watching.
Well, you asked, and she said no.
She lied because she was just on because she's sharing the link.
I just got it. I
I
sent it to our Donna, so people don't watch it.
Oh, we're down to 1.
That's me. I'm leaving it up just so you don't feel so bad.
We'll feel bad about ourselves. I defy you to feel good. We'll feel bad about ourselves. I defy you to feel good.
It cycled. That was so great. That's why I did it.
It's perfect timing too. It was like just long enough to fit the delay.
Turn your shit down. Mine's down now. All right, let's
Okay.
actually play. Fuck whoever's online.
Hello, and
Whoever's
fuck you.
Well, how many people are watching? You 2? Because it says
2.
2.
Yeah, I'm leaving mine up.
Okay, well, we're 10 minutes in now, so we should probably start.
Let's play the game. Oh, my wife's thought out.
Shut up, please.
I remind you, remember your upbringing. Remember the meal.
Quiet. Okay. So,
Mr. Hobo, that is quite uncouth.
All right, what do we have
he's
to
an
do?
uncouth hobo. That's it.
Murder hobo, excuse you.
You're just a hobo.
All right, well, how do we actually play this?
I'm trying to get to that. You won't shut up long enough for me to even start. There's a word that starts the sentence.
Hobo.
Shut up, Casey. Shut up. Okay, so the date is January 1st, 1923, and a new room at the British Museum has opened containing the Maudsley collection, an exhibition of ancient stone sculptures from the early Maya tribes of southern Mexico and Central America. Archaeologist Dr. Alfred P. Maudsley discovered the exhibits from the ruined jungle temples during the expeditions in the 1880s and is present to open the exhibition. Sculptures and plaster casts in the collection are of great value to the museum, and they are very coveted at the moment. At the moment, you are attending a banquet with your friend. Stop it, Nero. With your friend, stop it, Nero. With your friend, Professor Smith,
Smite.
who happens to be one of the foremost experts on this collection and other such artifacts. He is giving a wonderful and rousing speech that puts everybody to sleep about different types of sediment found on the statues.
Oh, he's Cialis instead of Viagra.
He's not your friend, you're a hobo. He's their friend because she's Lady.
Elsa.
That's your last name?
No, Nightingale.
Lady Nightingale and
Oh,
Dr. Payne.
You're definitely the murderer on this train.
There's no murder on the train. This
Yeah.
is horror, not murder. If it was murder, it would say murder on the Orient Express. It's horror on the Orient Express. Otherwise, they would be sued.
Oh, that means she's the whore.
Maybe.
There was also no train
No.
either.
Please stop assaulting the murder hobo.
That is his job as the uncouth one.
You folks are sitting in.
Oh, I see how it is.
Are sitting in the banquet hall at the guest of honors table with Professor Smith when a row happens.
The hell's a row?
The fight.
I'm fucking bomb.
And a few minutes after the thing settles down, a hobo is dragged in by security while they're awaiting the police.
Should I go cotton accent on this?
And
shit?
one of
We're in London.
one of the security guards, yes, we're in London, looks directly at the head table and says, "I'm sorry, Professor Smith. A drifter was caught outside acting a little suspicious. We have to wait for the police to arrive. Unfortunately, we must do so inside because he seems to get rather anxious outside and starts fights when he's not in enclosed spaces."
What did I say? I like it when they fucking tight.
Professor Smith, can we just send him outside and have him twatting?
Can we not?
No, Dr. Payne. Dr. Payne, that's so unfair.
What are you rolling against me?
Can we
Nothing.
not?
Oh, Dr. Payne, that's so unfair. You see, the most important part of this was that
The table's having an earthquake.
the South Americans have perfected a beautiful statue. And now, if you look over here at the statue right behind us, you'll notice that the figure very much masks our drifter. The drifter, you know what? Why don't you come to the table, good sir? Have some dinner. Let's not have the police involved. Go on. We'll have the drifter. What's your name, sir?
Mr. Mur,
My
middle name, Huba.
Oh, Mr. Huba. Well, why don't you sit here at the table with us? You can dine, and when the night is through, I perhaps will have a job for you, depending on your social etiquette.
If anybody
Smith.
couldn't understand that, I am murder hobo.
Are you quite certain?
I say we lock him
Of
in a...
course, Doctor. One must always be a benefactor to the riffraff. Otherwise, they riff and raff and destroy your exhibit.
Couldn't we just lock him in a phone box?
Oh.
And wait
Oh,
for the
no.
police?
Why would we use a telegraph box? It's much too small for a person.
I like it tight. You're the one who said this, so it's not my fault.
But as I was saying, the people of South America the Americas really, have set up a rather fine set of archaeological finds for us. And this exhibit is quite full of them. As a matter of fact, I do believe that there's one piece missing, which I've only heard tales of, but it might be something worth looking into. Called the Sedificar Silacrum. Now, it's an exhibit in 6 pieces, if you will, which I would very much like to get returned to the museum. Now, we're not quite sure where it went. It was lost quite a long time ago, unfortunately. But it is a very valuable and excellent piece. And I've heard that the doctor here and the good fine Lady Nightingale have become interested in archaeology recently. Is that true?
A tad.
What? You guys dig shit up?
And they don't put it back.
Oh, my other people.
I have people do it for me.
I just take my own glass.
I just give them money and they go find stuff.
Well, I think we can get a very good example of that going here. Mr. Hugo seems to be in need of a job, if you will. I'm sure we could easily split this fee.
Well, I don't know. She seems like she could take it from somebody better than me.
Well, be that as it may, Mr. Hugo, I'm sure she could perfectly well afford your services.
Do I have to roll for this? No.
I mean, if you'd like to try your social graces.
No. Is that a thing?
Yes, there should be an etiquette on there.
Do
Or
I
something
have an
similar.
I don't have an etiquette.
I have Ely repair. What the hell's an Ely repair?
Electrical repair.
That is not electric, sir. That is not how you spell
So
that.
persuade.
Oh, for
You
the-
could try to persuade them of something. You don't have to persuade. You can also fast talk to seem better than you are. You try your archaeology skill.
I actually
if
have-
you want to try to show something.
No, I have
about-
fast talk. I'll use fast talk.
What are you going to try to fast talk them with?
Knowing more about archaeology than I do.
So you're going to be like, oh, well, I've been on dig tons of times. I'm going to command a high salary.
Dude, I'm gonna go straight up fucking Abbott. What Abbott?
Well, are you? What are you trying to tell them out of this?
That I'm the best in the business, period.
Okay, you're at a disadvantage because you just got brought in with police. Yeah, you still have to roll an extra die, and you take the higher because you'll take the higher of the two.
You didn't tell me. You did.
Well, you only need the 2. 50. Do you succeed?
45.
So close.
I thought I had higher.
Oh, no, you have to roll lower. Oh, Mr. Hugo.
Oh, I thought it was
that
higher.
was a great jest. A great jest indeed. But I'm
I have to
sure
take the higher
we
or the
all
lower?
would
Because if I
know.
take the lower, it's 10.
You have to take the higher
Damn
on
it.
my die, and then you have to go lower than your score. Mr. Hugo,
still 10.
that was such a great joke. Isn't he wonderful? I told you, you must simply adore the lower classes.
Nobody's watching. Just me. Yeah, I know.
Maybe
Hi, people who watch in the future. Run.
Well, sure, they're all going to do that if you tell them to.
No, stick around.
Watch that one person sign off.
Oh, it's me. How can I sign off? By the way, if anybody's watching this in the future, I am 5 beers in and a half a bottle of wine. And as soon as the wine's gone, I have to move the liquor because that's all I brought. And I thought I had to roll lower than 45. Apparently, no.
You have to roll.
Oh, it's lower. Yeah, okay,
lower
it's
than
lower
what's
than
on
the number.
here.
Okay.
But you were getting disadvantaged, so you had to take the higher of the
Okay.
dice.
Okay. Now I understand.
As I was saying, Lady Nightingale, you certainly would want to get your hands dirty. And Doctor, your hands would be such an asset to lose. Of course, you'll need some
minus
muscle.
a couple words.
Well, I mean, he is such a famous doctor after all.
Is he?
After all,
Of course, who hasn't heard of the Payne method of appendectomy?
He helped my
Exactly.
brother last.
What?
He helped my brother last.
The
year.
Payne method of appendectomy, sir. Dr. Payne here is quite the famous surgeon. He
the
has-
appendectomy method.
He has removed quite a lot of organs with his method.
indeed.
But an appendectomy is only an appendix. Oh my god, I'm a bum that I knew that.
You might not.
He took care of my mother the other day.
Those are your medical
Is there a medical field in this?
medicine. Nope. 1.
I don't know what an appendectomy is.
Go ahead, roll and see if you can get lower than a 10. 8. Apparently, you don't know what appendectomy is. Oh yes, I do. Of
How did
course.
I roll
He
an
did.
8 on
He
that?
just simply removed the appendix, and it was in and out. Done.
When I need to bullshit, I know nothing. When I'm wanting to not bullshit and it doesn't
Oh.
matter, I know.
Roll your medical knowledges.
Please tell me you know more than me.
I will keep this. You too.
Roll
I don't
100.
have anything. I don't have medical.
90. Ooh, of course.
I don't.
What's your
Wait,
medical
I
what?
don't have
What's your
medical.
medical
You have to
score?
roll lower.
75.
You rolled
If you have a 0, you have to roll under.
You rolled a. You rolled over what you
75.
needed. You lost.
You
No.
failed.
Yes.
I rolled too high.
Yes. How the fuck did I just do this?
They should shape it up and be like that Disney game where he removed the legs and solved 1 hit point of damage.
Dude, the table was the strongest thing in that game.
It was.
Fuck the armor of 100 hit points.
Wait, why
the
did I
fucking
have to-
IKEA table.
Wait, why did I have to roll medical?
Because everybody at the table rolls to see if they understand what the hobo just said.
Nope.
And
I
the doctor who invented the appendectomy here, the Payne method of
You're
appendectomy,
less than the hobo.
failed to understand what an appendectomy is.
But
I
I
just
would
have
risk
no
it.
idea what the
Maybe-
fuck you said. You know what? I'll give the doc the benefit of the doubt. Maybe he's had more than me. Or maybe I've had more than him and I'm just magically fucked up in the head because of booze. I don't know.
But you see,
Well,
Oh, I'm a savant. That's what it is. There
But
we
it
go.
seems he has heard of you, Doctor. He just described your method flawlessly.
It seems so. I'm surprised.
This is weird.
I'm okay.
I didn't know your story had
Well.
spread that far.
Well, now you.
course
I
it
see
does.
that we have some reason to respect this drifter.
Apparently, he knows a lot of in the way of
Maybe
odd
you can teach him how to be
So,
a
Mr.
doctor.
Hugo, why don't you tell us about yourself?
My strength is 85.
Make up a story.
Well, I grew up in we're fucking southern. God, I need to stop drinking. I can't do the Cockney accent anymore. I don't know. I fucking grew up on the wrong side of the tracks. I'm a duster. Fucking get in the fights all the time. What the hell is the shit when they send like asshole kids? Not normal school.
Reform school.
Military school?
No, reform. Yeah, the reformatories. Grew up in a reformatory, essentially, orphan, blah, blah, blah. I didn't vote for Trump. I don't know.
Oh, that's quite interesting. Quite interesting.
I really don't know. your story.
Actually,
I understand it's getting a bit late tonight. Why
Murder
don't we
hobo.
all
Kill the man
retire
who
for the
was
night? Where are you staying, Mr. Hugo?
Well, that night was the ditch.
Do you quite enjoy the ditch?
Nope, they don't pay me.
Well, then I think I should pay to have you put up in a fine hotel.
Shall I have my tailor get new clothes for him?
As long as I'm not nude, I'm good. I know this story. I'm a kid. I think I'm the youngest one here. No, I'm not the oldest. I rolled back.
I might be the youngest one here. I'm 43.
It's in my face.
I'm an old murder
I'm
hobo.
older than both of you fuckers.
Well,
What the
if you
hell?
wish to get him a new wardrobe, well, his clothing will probably be a bit destroyed after all the digging he'll have to do for you.
I'll get him something less.
Oh, you'll be compensated. You'll be compensated.
I'll get him something less of what my brother's got.
Would anyone like some Balkan Subran before the end of the night?
Don't much like the flavor of them.
Well, I suppose I could get you a newspaper and you could smoke that.
That tastes much better than your stanky shite.
I appreciate the offer, but you know that I don't do cigars.
And you, Dr. Payne.
I am good. You know the
No
the up and
smoking at all.
coming-
Surgeon General told me no.
So I have your agreement. You'll all go on this wonderful new expedition.
Boy, sounds good, Professor.
Adventure.
Sure.
Excellent, excellent. And let's meet at my town home tomorrow in St. John's Wood.
Wart? St. John's Wart?
St. John's Wood.
Oh, Wood. Who's it, Wood?
St. John.
Oh.
I think I got 10 minutes. Nobody else watching? I'm the only one watching. For now.
And no thumbs up. We are that bad. Don't thumbs up. We're that bad. No, don't thumbs up. I don't want a thumbs up.
Boom!
People might think we're good if you thumbs up. No thumbs up.
Yeah.
All right. So you guys gonna go home? Well, you're gonna go to a hotel.
Yeah,
Mr.
well, it's close
Christopher.
enough at home, I guess.
Well, I mean, you can go to the ditch if you prefer.
I'll go to the fucking bed. I'll sleep in the bed.
Mr. Murder Hobo.
Murder hobo.
Mr. Murder.
First name Mur, second name Dur, last name Hobo. And this isn't my fault. They started it, so it's stuck. I am the murder hobo. This is for people at home watching. Grab some popcorn. It's gonna get fun.
It's gonna get weird.
I really don't know what's gonna happen in this game, so congratulations if somebody's figured it out.
All right. So after the after the event, the banquet,
The gala.
there's time for everybody to go around and look through the museum and whatnot.
Should we? I'm a bum, so I don't.
Of course we should. We're
I
here
don't-
on the unveiling.
I mean, there was the small lecture and unveiling speech and all of
And
that
that's what
stuff,
this
and then
is.
there was the banquet, followed by time to look. So
You're
everybody's
fighting.
invited to look.
No, I'm not fighting anything. I'm kind of there with you until you tell me to go to the fucking hotel.
I'm of course going to put a little distance between me and Mr. Hobo.
I don't stink that bad.
Hubo.
Hubo. Hubo, sir. Hubo.
I'm gonna make sure.
Hubo to you, Doctor. Dr. Price.
Doctor, I'm not so sure we can trust this guy.
Oi, if I wanted your knickers, I'd be in them already.
I don't trust
Well, you did promise to buy him new knickers.
Yeah, see?
him. No, I promised my tailor would buy him.
Well, you're buying it.
You're paid.
Taylor has to do it. Yeah.
What a weird
Anyway,
name for
so-
pants.
The majority of people are walking around in the small groups they were at the table with. There's a rather strange man who looks like that,
Oh boy.
just kind of standing
He
against
looks
the
like he's
wall,
constipated.
watching you three.
He's got a boat.
Why do I
He's just
feel-
standing there. When you move,
Just
he
like
moves to
legitimately
keep
watching
you.
us?
Yes, he's making no effort to conceal it.
I would go approach him. I mean, I'm a duster, so.
And then there's some really fine, upstanding gentlemen with all the top hats, canes, and accessories of gentlemen standing off in one corner, holding port and smoking cigars while they're discussing random pieces in the collection.
You're going to smoke cigars. drink
when-
something better than port.
When people come up to them and try to say stuff, these people will inevitably be told, "Amaze me," as a challenge. You're not quite sure why, but you keep hearing the phrase "amaze me" coming out of that corner anyway.
You know, that crowd looks to be a much nicer company than Mr. Constipation and Hugo.
Look,
here.
why?
I'm not constipated. The guy standing on the wall is.
I feel like we need to find out why he's watching.
I'm going to go approach him. It's rude to stare. And this is coming from the murder hobo.
So you walk straight up to him.
Yeah.
What do you say?
Oi!
Are you gonna try to fast talk him? Or are you gonna try to
No, I'm going to ask
persuade
him.
him? You're just gonna ask him a
I'm gonna
question.
ask him outright. Oi, Governor, why are you staring at me?
Like that exact.
Don't try to be
Oi,
nice.
governor.
Oi,
Why?
Governor! What's with the eyeballs on me? Why'd I go fucking Brooklyn? I'm sorry for anybody from New York.
Or Wales, apparently.
Welsh? Oh, God, are we in Wales?
I thought you were
Wait, no,
trying to
I
do
don't
Welsh.
apologize for the Welsh. I'm Irish. Fuck you.
Okay. So he just kind of looks curious and she's like, "Sir, it is my duty to view the viewers of the event. I must stand here and make sure the riff-raff don't get too close to the items."
Rip rap. I'm with the Duchess or whatever the fuck she is.
Hang on.
What the hell are you?
Hang on. I'm gonna walk. Wait, can I walk over?
Go
Nightingale.
on.
You said it's lower
Her,
than
it's
my
in him.
score,
It's
right?
him. It's in him.
What are you trying to do? Okay.
It's lower than what I got, right?
Yeah, you have
Yeah.
to go lower than Sean.
16?
No, that's 61.
Ah, I went higher.
16?
So what did you
No,
try
that's
to
61.
do? What did you try to do?
Slanter over there.
Wait,
keep
where's
running.
your charm?
So you walk over.
Oh,
what were you
Jesus.
trying to do? What were you trying to get him to do? Like, why were you trying to charm him?
Oh,
Why
to get
would
him
he
to
be
ignore
really
me.
nice to you or
Probably.
something?
Yeah.
Just to see if he'll give me more information as to why he's
He said one.
Oh, so you walk over, lean right up, and go, "Oi, governor! What you watching us for?"
Oh God, what the hell is that? What
What
the hell is that movie with this dude trying to teach his chick how to speak English?
Oh wait, I could have bribed him.
My Fair Lady.
He looks very unamused. Excuse me.
If that tells anybody in the audience how old I am, I've watched My Fair Lady.
Lady Nightingale. Perhaps you shouldn't be acting like the riffraff.
Oi! I'm gonna bruise you.
Forgive me, I think I might have lost my step.
I have to keep
But I
before
would like
bruise
to know
them.
why you are watching me and the doctor along with the
I'll be right back.
Isn't it obvious, lady? I'm afraid that he may harm one of you.
I agree, I don't trust him either.
She says in front of Mr. Murder Hobo.
He already knows I don't trust him.
It makes sense. I don't trust him either, she says in front of the murder hobo.
I tried to be another thing.
Did you, Lady Nightingale, did you perhaps see the presentation by Madame Curie last month?
I think I have.
Oh,
I must have been out of town when that happened.
perhaps. There have been several subjects here that have spoken quite recently. I thought you must have seen them. Well, that's all right. It is an astounding set of pieces in this exhibit, Mr.
Very.
I hear there will be a formal dinner on
Okay.
the evening of Wednesday the 3rd.
Oh, no. I have a response for her not trusting me.
Leave my conversation alone right now.
The response is as I follow. What woman in her right mind would trust a man?
A man of propriety can always be trusted, sir.
You tell me about that when the people in charge. Congress, or whatever the fuck they got in London.
We gotta.
You tell me that when the people in charge is what I heard. That's what I heard too.
Are you speaking ill of the Queen?
She's not in charge.
Sir, the Queen is in charge of the entire state of the British Isles and the whole empire, really.
Not even in London, she was. Good point. You've got a good point, you. What's your name?
Beddoes, sir.
Barrow?
Beddoes.
Meadows.
Beddoes.
Beddoes.
I think he's had a bit too much to drink. Forgive him.
They haven't given me nothing yet. I'm actually drinking.
Wait, you mean in character you're
No!
actually drinking? Like you whip out a wine bottle.
Oh my
Hey, give
God.
me nothing yet!
Could I?
There are wine bottles at every table.
Oh, fuck yeah, then.
You just lean over to one of the tables
Yeah.
and have a wine bottle.
Yeah. Why wouldn't I? I'm a fucking bum. Hobo. Whatever we're calling me right now.
You know.
This is your fault. You're the murder hobo, apparently. It's like, all right, that's my name, murder hobo.
Anyway, on the 3rd, I believe your friend and my employer, Master
God, Tyrrell.
Smith, will be giving a speech on rigorous skepticism and methodical analysis.
Methamphetamine?
As a debunker of mediums, spiritualists, fortune tellers, prophets, holy sites, apparitions, and so on.
All right, sir, it's now in common English.
In words you'll understand, he is going to expose.
You get in trouble for that.
He's going to expose the liars that prey on the young, the poor, and the weak of will.
Oi, sounds like a good man.
Dr. Smith is quite a good man. A humanitarian, even.
Plantation cigars. I can't speak when I don't want to. I'm still upset that I chose that first cigar. I don't know why it bugs me. It's like, that's a really shitty cigar. But that's my taste.
I do believe he would be honored if you would show the both of you, Dr. Payne and Lady Nightingale, perhaps your
No, not yet.
Where are you?
and
With
perhaps
the
your-
gentleman.
Oh, yeah, you're the
You're over
entertaining
there.
fuckers.
Creepy group.
Yes.
fecal group? What did you say?
The rip.
Okay.
your fecal group, goddamn?
Ladies and gentlemen of the jury who are watching this or will watch this, I'm actually deaf, so I think I heard him say fecal group. So I don't know
I
what.
think I heard right too.
What did?
Footman.
Who?
Footman.
Oh, footman. Okay. What are your fecal?
I just kind of grab him.
I said
Huh?
Lay it
Fiji
out.
group.
Yes, dear.
Oh, what did you say?
I grabbed him, pulled him close to me to just play it out.
Yes, dear.
I mean, you are paying, or you'll be paying him to do that lifting for you.
You're paying me. I'm your like footman essentially. Oi! That was an action.
Anyway, please enjoy the exhibit, of course. And Dr. Smith will definitely be seeing you tomorrow by the time of the country estate.
We shall be going there, all three of us.
At the end of the evening, Beddoes will return to you with a key and a note, so you know which hotel room is yours in the local inn. And he'll also ask if you can read.
Can you read?
I don't know. He might not be able to read your job.
What's your education?
No, that was Beddoes.
I'm sorry, I had to look up who the chick was in My Fair Lady, and my God, it was Audrey Hepburn. I totally forgot that.
His education is 40. Is that literate?
Is it? Yeah, no, that's
Yeah, it
literate.
should be literate.
Illiterate enough to understand the laws and how to break them. I mean, I think I have to roll for something, so.
Big words, probably.
Is there literacy in this roll set, though? That might be, though. No, language.
Just language.
And then it says my own, and it's education English. That's why it's Cockney, because it's 40, and it derives from that.
I'm
It's a part of it.
If you ever
English
need me to
is
bribe
40.
somebody in French,
Yeah.
I totally can.
That's why it's fucking Cockney. What the fuck?
I can totally. I'm good.
I can intimidate a motherfucker, though.
So can
Just
I.
read that
kind
as
of.
St. Pancreas.
Seriously, you have intimidate? You're a woman.
Intimidation.
Oh my God. Hers is higher than mine.
Well, you're a murder hobo, and she's an aristocrat.
How the? Yeah, I'm brute force. Wouldn't these panty waist motherfuckers be scared of
She
me?
commands the police force.
Do I really?
Probably.
No, probably.
No.
I mean, you can buy them easily.
You have money.
You're rich.
You,
1920s, you're making millionaires at this point.
Here's all the money for the police. I'm buying you all out of your my secret cards. I am rich.
It doesn't quite work that well.
For the right price, I think.
If
Here's
you,
10 grand. Here's 10
hey,
grand.
here's the
10
thing:
grand.
if you buy the police, that's called a coup.
Hey, if I need protection, I got police.
Coco Cuckoo, motherfucker.
That's literally buying the military. That's called a coup.
Exactly. I'm an aristocrat. I need protection. I'm a rich lady. People want to kill me. People want my money. I gotta protect it somehow. He ain't gonna be able to protect me, and you ain't either.
Of course not. Have you ever heard of a doctor shooting somebody?
We'll just go with
Enemas.
We'll just go to Dr. Payne over here. The Payne method of appendectomy. Who doesn't know what he's doing?
The murder hobo knows more than the doctor about a
Murder hobo's over here like, oh, doctor, just slice lightly. No, you're gonna go a little bit to the left. All right, a little bit lower. All right, now reach in.
That's the spleen. It's not my fault I rolled better than the goddamn
It makes
doctor.
sense if you're a murder hobo. Think about it.
Oh, I'm Jack. Got it.
Well, no, that would be a murder aristocrat. That might be her in a few episodes.
Might have been an aristocrat.
I could be
Well, he definitely
related.
wasn't a cat.
How do we
Crap,
know?
I'm
How do we
sorry.
know that I'm not related to Jack the Ripper?
Nobody's
I
actually
mean,
sure.
nobody knows who Jack the Ripper is. You might very well be Jack the Ripper. Although you actually probably aren't. You said you're like 20, right?
Yeah, I'm like,
Well, it's 1923, so you're definitely not Jack the Ripper.
Yeah, you'd be.
You might be one of his victims.
Or daughters.
No.
Or daughters.
No, he was done before the
One of his
20s.
victims, she was reincarnated.
He was way done before the 20s.
Anyway, Dr. Payne, you're walking over to the trustees.
Of course.
Are you going to say anything?
They're not trusting him.
I'm
The
going
bum
to
knew more.
listen to their conversation and jump in.
Oh,
necessary.
all of these people is so ridiculous. Did you see the hobo they brought in? It's amazing, utterly amazing, that the Professor Smith, his must be going senile these days.
I so agree. The
Who
murder
are you?
hobo. Yes? What?
Who are you?
Dr. Payne, of course.
Well, Dr. Payne, amaze me. Show me that you deserve to be here.
Show you
Take your
that I deserve to be here. I am the great Dr. Payne,
One of
the one who perfected the Payne method of appendectomy. And what have
Did they hear the
you
mom?
contributed?
They heard
Well, sir, I own half of the Welsh countryside.
Oh, good. A bunch of sheep. Congrats.
The Welsh. Oh, you think the Welsh countryside is worth talking about? I feel sorry.
It's up to him. I'm Irish. I'm not apologizing.
He's gonna roll persuade.
Ooh.
He is
Oh.
specifically against this guy.
Do you
To
need some
try to
help?
get-
You roll an 80? What the hell is that?
No, it's 64.
Oh.
It's not high enough to make the. Well, you were going against his roll, but it was low enough anyway. He was trying to persuade the guy essentially to be ashamed of his ownership.
I feel
Oh,
like
please. I am so much more than the Welsh countryside. It's just a nice country. Once you get rid of the riffraff, of course. But anyway, you, sir, are clearly stupid.
Clearly stupid.
Good day.
hey,
Oh my.
you know what?
Fuck it, I'm gonna drink this pink chip.
You do that. I'm gonna.
Murder hobo.
Murder hobo.
I'm.
Drinking paint chips.
I don't know what the hell was in there. There was a black
Yeah.
speck in there.
Paint chip, apparently. What are you doing?
I'm gonna walk
Oh, it's
over.
Oh, you've heard the hoo-ha?
I'm gonna walk over.
No, I'm gone.
You can be
To
gone.
hell with these people.
Evening, gentlemen.
Oh, Lady Nightingale, you look so ravishing today.
This man owns the Welsh countryside.
Welsh, what is it, the
Doctor,
grape? The Welsh countryside?
Dr.
It's
Payne.
Belgians.
Dr.
Drink
Payne.
they squeeze horses and make grape juice.
Oh!
Dr. Payne, don't mind any of his hoopla.
Oh, Dr. Payne is one.
No.
Who's who?
Oh, I'm gone.
Why did you
The hell?
insult my friend?
Oh, please, Dr. Payne was so insulting to begin with.
I like
Really?
We must be
The
nice.
Payne method of appendectomy. Only the poor get appendectomies.
We must be nice to the good doctor. He has done a lot of good.
I like
What
these
is he
fucking uptight
done?
monsters. I just went Irish.
He
God
saved,
damn it.
he saved my brother.
That wasn't in the backstory!
How do you know? You didn't ask for hers. You
Apparently,
only
he
asked for
saved your
mine.
brother.
He saved
Oh,
my
please.
You only asked for
Your
my
brother's not poor.
no, but
You
my-
expect me to believe that he would cut out any aristocrat's appendix? Please.
Appendix.
I gotta.
Shut up.
How does this work again?
You roll
You have to
under
roll lower
I
what
know.
you're
your
after.
store.
My charm.
You have to roll lower
Wouldn't
than
it
a
be
45.
26?
Yes. You rolled lower than 45. Congrats. By a lot.
Well, I do admit that your family is a bit unconventional.
Excuse me.
I really don't think you should let such riffraff operate on your family. It's such a uncouth thing to do.
It was short notice. We needed a doctor. He was there.
Ta-da.
My mother wanted to go the cheapest route
He
possible.
kept swallowing his bubble gum.
She wanted to save money because she had something bigger planned.
What? You're fucking rich.
Okay.
Ew, I don't know how to respond to that, to be honest. All I know is she has lost some reputation here.
And is slandering my name.
I'm not slandering
You
you.
were just said
cheap
it's not- you
doctor.
said it's cheap
But I said my
doctor.
mother. I'm nothing like my mother.
Yeah, but she wanted the cheap one.
But at the
You're
time, his
rich.
prices were great.
9. You're. Jeez, I went German. Jesus. Around the world in 80 minutes. Fuck you. Okay. You're rich. You are supposed to want the most expensive thing no matter what.
Well,
If you get a manicure and it costs $80,000 and you find out somebody who's doing it for $100,000, you go to them.
well, at the
You don't
time,
go for discounts.
my father was being frugal with the money.
Frugal means he's spending more.
No.
Oh.
It's not me.
Shut up, I'm drunk.
Hobo.
I'm the hobo.
This is the murder hobo after all.
Cheers, motherfucker.
It's gonna be his fucking.
He's my saving grace.
His like, what do you call it? I don't know.
Who PM'd you?
Google wannabe to verify.
Are you still streaming? Yes.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yes, I am. And I just posted that. It's going to be posts.
I'm sure there will be. Anywho.
What was that? What the hell was that noise? You sighed and he barked.
He roared. Anyway, back to the
Gurgled from the bottom
Oh,
of
please,
my
you
stomach.
don't have to try to make something
I
Payne
need
a
my
better
cork back.
reputation. It's obvious that you are in need of a good doctor. I will hook you up with my personal physician. Thank you. I could never let Nightingale have it over with such a terrible physician.
To be quite honest, yeah, he didn't feel better with that. There's still a bad scar. If you could hook us up with somebody who can fix the scar.
It's 1920. There's no such thing as fucking plastic yet.
Well, good job.
Or a good job.
Good blowjob. I know plenty of fucking whores.
I love how he does.
That's right. You add yourself. Take that.
I have to turn down my media.
Do any of you actually want to look at the exhibit?
Yeah, I was
Yes,
putting on
that's
it.
where I'm
Somebody was
going
eyeballing
now.
me, so
Okay.
I don't know what I'm looking for. What am I
I'll let you
supposed to
boys
inspect?
enjoy your evening.
I
Try not to
mean,
cause too much
What would
trouble.
it be? We own the museum, darling.
Please, it would.
I could smash one of these. and
No,
not
it would
even
hurt.
care.
It would
You
hurt.
mind if I do
Shut
it?
up!
No smashing of the artifact.
But you say you
Shut-
can afford it.
I could.
Just
You
shut up.
cannot.
You shut up. You're
But
under.
it's yours.
I'm paying you. You shut up.
Yes, dear.
I succeeded on a spot hidden check
What the
on
fuck?
the artifacts.
Why is that a thing? Where the hell is that?
You
know
know,
Spotting the hidden.
I have that too. What's your number?
What?
Hmm?
45.
What do you have for spot hidden?
40.
I got 45.
I have 35.
I got
You're a
5.
murder hobo.
You leave my murder
I got-
hobo-ness alone.
I've got 15 more than you, and I've got 5 more than him.
Nope.
All right. So on one of the, okay. So the majority of the pieces are actual statues that are humanoid but have no facial features, and they're typically smooth, very smooth. There's no genitalia, just very smooth. It almost looks like somebody was modeling.
The aliens.
It looks like somebody was modeling a human, trying to figure out how they were going to make it.
This kingdom of Christmas fall.
No.
Okay.
So they're modeling a human, essentially, trying to figure out how they're going to make it. That's kind of what it looks like they were doing. Like they were making dolls and going like,
So
I don't like this one. I don't like that one. They're
unfinished?
no. They're imagine that you're deciding to make a creature, and you're just going to start chiseling out a stone and be like, don't like it. Arms too long. Put it aside. Chisel another one. It's a little too wide and maybe a bit short.
Okay,
Those
so,
feet are huge. Put it aside.
So a
Chisel,
stone
chisel,
version
chisel,
of a
chisel,
yeah.
chisel. Yeah,
Okay.
pretty much.
Okay.
Like they're designing something. That's kind of what it looks like. It's whoever was doing this was like, no, this isn't
They
right.
weren't happy.
No,
with
damn it,
so
it's
they
not
wanted
right.
Something else. Okay.
And they're very immaculately carved. There's fine layers of sediment on them that seem to be stuck in some areas that can't like brush off. So they left it there. And the sediment is a very clear, different material. What you notice on your find hidden is one of them is immaculately carved. It kind of looks like it's snapped together out of pieces. And The right arm, if you look very closely, is not textured. The rest of it kind of is also not textured. It's perfectly smooth. But there looks to be a texture on the right arm. The right arm, however, is not textured, but when you get really close, it appears to be made up of little tiny right arms that are identical to it. Like hundreds of thousands of tiny right arms that are almost nearly identical perfectly.
Creepy. Really creepy.
And this one is the one that looks closest to an actual human. It's beautiful.
Why is that pretty to you? That's creepy. It's full of arms.
Well, you might not be able to see that. Go ahead and do your spot headings to see if you can see what he's looking at.
The orange one seems to be doing the best for him.
12?
Yeah.
Go ahead.
What's your spot in here? You have it?
45.
So yeah, you do it.
No, you're gonna have to go under the second score. So the half of your
I still do.
But I have spot hidden.
but there's 35. You have to go under 17.
Damn it!
I still go under.
This is
because
really
it's
hard.
22.
That's fine.
Okay.
As long as you beat that one.
What's
This
your
is a
second?
hard task.
What's your spot hidden second?
That's
22.
a hard,
Yeah,
successful roll.
Nope. 83. I'm fucking staring
Boy,
at my
what's
feet.
special about that arm? So you easily see the little thing. You're like, oh, that's really interesting.
It's actually very. I do
Excuse
agree
me.
with you, Doctor. That is very interesting.
It's quite the beautiful creation.
And it's something.
It's a beautiful creation. Oh, it's something at least. It's definitely a thing.
It's something wondering.
No, Ting is at the other end of Orient Express.
Well, according to this map, it stops in the fucking Black Sea, so we're not even at Ting.
Oh, that's because that stops at the Black Sea, yes. But there's another line you can have. It goes to the Orient, dude. That's why it's called the Orient Express.
Oh, at the very end is Wong, right?
Yes.
You
It's a
missed
very Wong
something
trip.
wrong.
No,
God, we're in trouble now.
it's a Wong map.
Sorry, YouTube.
There we go. Something wrong.
Is there anything else you guys would like to do while you're in here?
Why is Germany so close to England in this map?
I told you the map didn't look right.
But that's France. Germany's not supposed to be there.
Germany's not supposed to be in France. It is during World War II.
But this is World War One.
Well, it's after World War One.
They lost. Not 1920. It's not.
Yeah, it is.
Okay,
Yeah.
but it's not World War II yet.
Correct.
Correct.
Well, then they're not supposed to be in France.
Economics are still fine.
They're in France
Next
according to this map.
Next decade, everything goes to
France
shit.
is in Spain. This map is wrong. Who drew this? Sarajevo is not where it's supposed to be right there. Wow. And I've been there.
A 5-year-old drew this map.
And I believe it. Athens is correct.
Anyway.
Palermo is not.
If you guys are ready to move on,
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
is there anything you want to do in the museum before you go home tonight?
He spotted shit I didn't, so I'm going
No,
to leave
it
it
was
at
a
that.
beautiful presentation.
You saw hands. Or
Had
arms.
my fill.
Well, Dr. Smith was being honored tonight for his a thing he'll present in a few days.
It's
That
Professor
was a
Smith.
truly beautiful.
Yeah.
And
Beautiful.
I am not happy with the proprietors.
Well, I'm sorry, but they own the place.
Oi, Professor, it was gorgeous, whatever the fuck that word means.
Wonderful job.
I mean, he didn't carve any of this. This was actually uncovered by somebody else years ago.
Oh, I thought you did it. Never mind.
Well, I mean, beautiful presentation.
I retract my statement.
It was a very beautiful presentation.
I'm putting my wine in view so you bastards can see it.
Anyway, he's already gone by the time you guys have already inspected the
What
ship.
hotel are you? What hotel is there? It's like there's a lot.
Oh, he's probably not putting you up in a very nice one.
Oh, no.
Her,
Scott
she's
was
not
doing
putting
it.
you up.
I thought she was doing it.
No.
Oh,
Betos-
she's buying my clothes.
Why are you
like I said,
closed?
at the end of the night, Betos comes to you with a note and says, "You do know how to read."
Oi!
But
Yeah.
answered you.
Google fucking turn on.
Kinda. It lit up. I thought Google was like, yes. And I was like, Well, then apparently we can just scream "Oi" at Google now.
Oi, Google!
Okay, Google.
Well, it's only Google in England, so yeah, there we go. Anyway, all the English people, the British people, are gonna be like,
You all are going to hate me.
assholes.
I'm Irish. That doesn't count.
Anyway, yeah, he's not going to put you up in a particularly nice hotel. But he'll
got a fucking bed.
put you up in a place with a bed. And on the note is the name of the hotel and the
A bed is a nice
address.
hotel.
That is
I
true.
mean, in 1923, you got to have more than a bed for a nice hotel. Anyway,
I mean,
like I said, he's putting you up in a hotel with a bed at least.
Do I have to learn to read?
No, you don't have to roll anything to read. You can read. That was just an insult.
I still maintain that I don't think that too many people are reading right now.
Since 1923, a lot of people read.
On the streets, anyway.
He's got a high education score.
He's got lower than half.
I've got lower.
He's
than
got
you.
higher than the majority of the people in England.
I will give you that.
I just don't speak like them.
You could be educated and talk like a douchebag.
You could.
Well, so could Audrey Hepburn. So there.
I mean, she could, but she didn't.
She did too. My Fair Lady. I proved my point.
Well, I mean, in a movie. That was her specifically.
Okay.
Anyway, so you go the next day, I'm assuming, to the townhouse, and he has you guys out.
townhouse?
Well, he has a townhouse that he has.
Why would
come
you
to.
live next to a neighbor if he's got money?
Eh?
A townhouse. That means he's got neighbors attached to his wall.
No, it means that the house is the size of a town.
Oh! It has its own fucking zip code. There we go.
Pretty much, it's a named estate, is what it actually
Okay.
is. In St. John's Wood. It's a private estate. And, basically it's like, oh, you guys know how to play polo. Like, you go out there, you're just playing a...
Marco!
He means polo with horses.
You know how to
Fish out of water!
do you know how to play polio?
I knew somebody who had that. Their feet didn't work after a while.
That's how you play. The doctor can tell you
And
about
we're in
that.
trouble on
I do
YouTube
believe
again.
I do believe the doctor was good at it.
No,
Oh,
he's
yeah.
good. He's good at appendix.
And polo.
Oh, he
Doctor's
gives everybody
really good.
follow.
Really good at polio.
With every appendix removed, you get polio.
And polo. I believe I heard that he was
We're
very good.
in so much trouble.
You're fine.
I love polo. It's my favorite game.
I'm not very good at it, so I'll sit and watch.
Today's jokes are pre. I whispered it. Shut up.
Today's jokes brought to you by the censorship board. You won't hear them. They're doing their job.
That's actually perfect. Wait, who did that? Shit. Fuck you, Rick and Morty. I love you.
Eh?
Oh, we got.
They did that on Rick and Morty.
Check your count. Check your count. Check your count.
Is
No.
somebody on?
Yes.
Oh my God, people are watching.
It's her.
Oh.
She's looking at it now.
No, I'm not.
Are you?
Nope, someone else is.
Somebody else is watching.
Well,
Fucking say something!
Hi, Argonis.
Oh, it's her, Donna.
Stop paying attention to other people paying attention to us. Anyway, you get
That makes
there.
people stop walking.
You get there, and he has an informal tea laid out, so you can have tea and like some biscuits and some finger foods.
What did we do with the biscuits we had? Where'd they go?
I ate them.
You ate
Oh.
them all.
I did not. He did, apparently.
Anyway,
They were good.
paying attention to the professor, not the doctor.
Are you sure?
He says, so the thing I told you about last night seems to be the one actual piece of just drink your pain.
What?
It seems to be the one actual piece of
How?
spiritual mumbo jumbo that I haven't been able to figure out.
What defines mumbo jumbo?
Charlatanry. Basic. They say that you can live forever if you have it. You can wear the skin of another human.
Basically,
But it seems to be protected. It has never been destroyed. It can be disassembled, but people have never been able to destroy it. I actually had my hands on a piece of it, which I tried to sample. Don't ask me, it came out of your bottle. Which I tried to sample. for archaeological purposes, archaeological study, and I was unable to chip it at all. Unfortunately, it was stolen from me in the night while I was in the Americas.
Professor, are you saying that you don't believe in the Philosopher's Stone?
What? Of course not, Doctor. That's all made up. You'll hear a lot more about the spiritual rigmarole stuff that the lower classes believe. It's all garbage, nonsense, complete nonsense.
Oh, I believe in the garbage system. They take the shit away, especially when Reginald's fucking drunk.
Are you telling me that decades upon centuries of scholars searching for this amazing material
No, don't just hate it.
are all in vain?
Yes.
Dude, you can type in
Well,
the chat on there.
I'll see.
The phone rings. We're all
Hey,
looking
if you
at the
could
screen.
find it, then by all means bring it forward and I'll test it for you.
Wait,
But-
what? Whoa.
The Philosopher's Stone.
Oh.
The problem is the simulacrum actually seems to have a problem. I couldn't chip it with a chisel, a hammer, one of the brute sledgehammers of the lower classes, nor dropping it from a high height could I get it to break.
Did
I
you
was
try?
unable to take any form of sample.
Did you try having a horse trample on it?
No, my dear, but when it comes back and you find it, I'm sure I will try.
You said you tried
I
every
do
Monday.
happen to have some good acids that might dissolve it.
Perhaps, but we're not trying to destroy it completely. Just take a small piece. It's just perhaps got a little bit frustrated with
It sounds like it. It sounds like you actually wanted it gone.
it. After a fashion, yes. I was having some horrible night episodes. It was just not a very good time.
In which case, isn't it good that it's gone missing?
Of course not. It is a priceless artifact that I need to sample for the exhibit.
You're gonna be able to finish it.
Not sponsored by Sailor Jerry.
Want to get me the Pepsi?
Where the hell is it?
From the fridge and a cup, please.
Can I give you the Coke too?
Coke right there.
No, the Diet Coke.
Yes, some acid. Run away.
Manservant, Pepsi, please.
Hey, it's my servant, Mr. O.
Mr.
I'm
Mr.
paying
What's
you.
it called? Mr. Hugo.
You want to poop? You want to cock?
Well, I mean, poop
I
cough,
do.
that's
Need
what
ice.
happens.
Get the
No, they
ice.
don't. It's cold. Shut up. Just because you're my whatever the
This stream not sponsored by Pepsi or Coke or Sailor Jerry. It is, however, sponsored by friends.
It's not even sponsored by Friends. It's sponsored by tea. Tea is our sponsor. Tea in general. All tea.
Ew. Never mind.
What?
It's offensive to the native Kilaueans.
What did you say?
I've been there and they call me Mahu. I'm allowed. And Howley. I got called Howley twice.
You are loud, that's for sure.
I am allowed. Is that enough?
You
Yes.
put 2 rocks in, so.
Do I have to drive?
No.
Yes.
Yes.
Define
Do it.
sober.
You don't want to die. Or do you?
Nobody's-
If you do, let him drive.
Hey, if you're still watching, you can't talk in the chat.
He's still watching.
Nobody will.
Somebody is. There's 2 people watching, and I'm one of them.
Nobody.
Nobody love it. Oh shit! I gotta stir. Oh well, it's all at the top now.
I think Ghost has
It's not here. I'm sitting at the table. You can use your pencil.
Ew.
Graphene poisoning.
I won't get graphene poisoning.
Oh, too much. Oh, no, actually, no, that's not bad.
Anyway,
Alright, where are we at?
a townhouse.
Did I go with him?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay. Why would
In
you jerk
new
you
clothes.
bastard?
In new fancy clothes.
I'm not naked, right?
No.
Okay. I'm not naked, right?
Argonic said, no, I'm driving home.
The Emperor's new clothes, of course.
I don't know. Somebody could think of me as an emperor. People could be drunker than me.
I'm not wrong.
Is that what it is? You have to be drunker in order to
My family
see
He
is
it.
was an
very
idiot,
much
so yes, drunk people are idiots. I'm not rescinding what I just said.
So, Doctor, how about you show our friend here
Your
your
penis.
polo skills?
I will crush all
I was
of you
expecting
in
polio
polo.
skills.
I'm not good at polo, so you guys can.
Polio? Who's got polio?
I will crush all of you. Well, I'm not going to play.
I'm not good at polo. But my
You
footman
play.
will play you.
How the hell am I good at polo? Polio. What's going on?
You should
What are we
be
gonna use
testing
for
skills,
polo here?
Doctor.
Dude, if you give me a hammer on the end of a 5-foot
You guys have
stick,
been
I'm
blacking
beating
in the
him.
squares next to the skills you've used, right?
Yes.
No.
Black them in. Don't forget.
Okay. Alright, so I can no longer use my
Did you
foot?
say the Mexican?
No, you just black the square next to it, so that way you know what you're going to be able to do next time.
Have I driven yet? No. Have I climbed yet? No.
You
Have
don't
I
have- you don't-
intimidated?
You don't have
Okay,
to do
I
this out
use-
loud.
I haven't Englished.
I'm just gonna say let's go with dexterity for polo.
Polio.
Yes, for polio. We'll dex our way through polio. That sounded weird.
They consider dodge.
No,
There's dex
yeah,
here.
yes, there is stuff here.
Oh, I have dex there.
Don't tell the doctor you might win in polio.
I don't want to win polio. I'd rather the flu. It's more survivable.
Dex is actually my worst stat.
Congratulations,
See?
I win.
Well, please play the polio game.
I rolled an 87.
Holy shit!
Today was not my day. The horses knocked me down.
Today was not his day either. Your horses knocked you down, but they trampled him.
I rolled a 95.
I'm gonna be good at this. Horses trample.
No, it's not a horse. It's a fucking bike. One of those fucking big wheel bikes.
I think you still beat me.
No, I didn't. My dex is 60.
Based on the difference, I think that you still beat me.
What was your dex?
Mine was
45.
Mine was
and I
by
had
30 points of
87.
difference.
Mine was
30 points of difference.
No,
Mine
this
was
is more
40 points of difference.
than 85 to 80. No, 45 to 87.
Yes. 40 points of difference.
32. Yeah, so he did worse than I did.
It doesn't matter. You both failed miserably.
He still failed more than me.
We'll call it a draw.
Well, let's see how. The
Okay, I accept that draw. There we go.
let's see how the professor does.
2.
The professor is better than both of you.
You're a prick.
He at least stayed on his horse.
What else did I use? I used persuade, right?
What
Yeah.
has the horses so spooked today, Doctor?
Perhaps it's the apparitions.
The apparitions?
Yes, I'll talk about it all.
Would it be
Lecture
survival to
tomorrow.
survive the horse trample?
You're fine. I'm not causing damage for that. You just
Oh,
suck
I
at
passed.
sports.
This is the only sport around.
And there's not even a skill for it. I
Unless
can't
you
make it
count
fighting.
badminton, because that was a thing.
Could
Why
be-
is that a thing in the fucking
could have
Olympics?
been a
Why is
ride.
badminton in the Olympics?
Oh, I thought you said it was a skill here. I was like, oh, fuck, we'll play badminton next, I guess. No. No, it's not.
It could have been a ride check. To
I'll show
ride.
you how to ride.
What, ride the shuttlecock? Why do I remember the name? It's what happens when I drink. I'm a fucking savant. Fuck you guys.
Anyway, retard.
I didn't say it.
Dinner, hanging out, that's basically all that's going on. I'll give you a little bit more information about the Simulacrum. Basically, there's a history to it that's all made up as far as he's concerned. It's all legend. People with magic, blah, 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 blah. It was owned by a cult, blah, 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 blah. The cult leader used it to put skins of other people on himself and figured out how to get immortality from it. And then for some reason, all the pieces always end up back together and always end up reuniting at their original location where they were first found. And it was first found in the 1200s, things like that.
Professor, this sounds strangely like the Philosopher's Stone.
Or Ouija board.
I mean, yes, but there are a lot of those. And I've
It
spent
sounds like
quite a
my
long
great
time.
aunt Tessie.
She always comes back together after getting split up.
Boy, she keeps going with the same bastard who's kicking her ass. So yes. I don't know how to play this character right. I'm a fucking murder hobo.
Well, you're doing a really good job.
I don't think you're breaking you, but you know.
It's funny. You're doing a decent job at it. Good job. We found your calling. Your calling was being a hobo all along.
Damn it, the next D&D game I'm playing a bum.
Oh, a hermit.
No, a bum.
You know, a bum wants to play hobo. You don't belong in this world. Fuck you! You fucking dwarf.
Anyway, he finds it such a great relief to finally be home and have some time to just relax with friends.
Oh, I figured
and-
this was just summer home.
Okay. Well, it is.
Relax with some hobos.
Well, you're a hobo, so you're not exactly a friend, but he's finding you entertaining at bare minimum.
Oh, I heard, Governor.
It was a riveting match with Polo.
We're going riveting, but unless
We
you
both
mean,
kicked our
I was
own
like-
asses and he did great.
I was gonna say, unless you mean they riveted their feet to the ground.
No, the horse did that to me. I don't know about him, though. I wouldn't watch it.
Doctor, what happened?
I
I said
saw
you're so good at
dirt.
Polo.
When did you do
First aid on you for treating you after falling off the
that?
horse.
Is first aid a thing on here?
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, shit, it is.
It's a 49 out of 70.
I'm good at 30.
It's a good thing we had a doctor.
Apparently, I wasn't hurt, though. He said he was rolling
That's
down.
fine.
It's because I did
He's
the first
still a
aid.
doctor.
I'm a doctor.
Boy, thank you, Doc. As long as I don't have polio, we're good.
He runs up and sticks a band-aid on you.
Is my appendix
And
still
by a
here?
band-aid, I mean he sticks a dirty rag and like says, "Hold this."
Thank God nobody from the 1920s is still alive
Probably
watching
silk.
I hope.
I mean,
I hope if you are, congratulations, you're the oldest son of a bitch I know.
anyway, he made sure to give you all tickets to the lecture on Wednesday, which is a night from now.
What lecture? We were just at one. How
many No, you-
lectures do
you were at-
fuckers have?
You were at an unveiling. He didn't give a lecture. He just unveiled the exhibit, and then there was a banquet. There's an actual lecture on Wednesday, as Beddoes told you, but
You rich
You
people
weren't
are
paying
bored.
bum. Hobo. Paying attention.
Yeah, we're very good.
I was peeing when you said that. I'm sorry.
We tend to get
I
very
mean, he's
I
a
wasn't.
hobo, so he might have been.
He could have been right in front of Beddoes.
I was,
Whipped out your dick.
I was filling up the port bottle
Whipped
again, giving it to
out
those
his
rich
dick.
pricks in the corner.
I mean,
No, I was filling up the port bottle for those bastards in the corner who were pricks. There you go, Governor. A fresh bottle of port. Nice and warm.
all right. So
Lemon in color, though.
he makes sure that your
If it's
Your-
red color, I need to see a
he
doc.
makes sure that your accommodations are paid up for the week, and lets you know that.
Okay.
You can still stay at the hotel, all that shit. Anything you guys want to talk about, ask, or anything before we get to the next day?
I think
Of
I've realized
course.
I'm the muscle and not the intelligent.
When?
I mean, you beat the doctor at his own game.
That's only for that, though. I think
As far as he knows, he didn't.
True.
Of course. When is it that you're looking at
See,
us
my app is
leaving
55.
for this archaeological trip?
I'm not quite sure. Probably the beginning of next week, perhaps.
Beginning of next week? Okay.
Oh, I have
Is
plenty
that
of
when the
time to
trains
pack.
are scheduled?
You are
I'm
a
not
woman.
quite sure where I need to send you just yet.
You don't.
I'm still waiting on some information about the Slack room.
Okay.
Can we see who's watching us?
What's it there for?
No, but they can see you.
Why is there a line through Call of Cthulhu?
Yeah. Yeah, your phone is working.
Like a-
Or it's automatically making it into a link and your phone is switched.
That could be. There was an update recently. And I
Anything
regret
else for this particular night?
I don't think so. On
Anything in a week
my-
that-
Anything you wish to do in London?
I would
I need
like
to buy a new
to.
dress at some
I
point.
need to find the little pup. Wait, have I gotten paid yet?
I'd like to make sure that my.
You haven't even settled wages yet.
How much you pay me?
Depends on how much you wear.
I'd like to make sure that my
Define
pharmaceutical
worthless.
stores are up to snuff.
How much money you get? Come on.
All of it.
Nope, never.
Well, you asked. How much you fucking give it?
How much are you gonna give me? How much you want? All of it. Well, I'm not gonna give you all of it. Oh.
I'm gonna give you my family's well.
90%.
You know, make
Maybe
sure
90%
that
of
I'm
my
able
family.
Then
to
tell me what you're paying me. I'm the bum.
Not anything yet.
You're the rich twat. I'm the bum. Pay
Yeah,
me.
I'm not paying you. You haven't done anything.
Then I'm fucking leaving. You need to pay me.
I'm trying to
What?
find
You
the
ain't
price.
done nothing.
You're keeping me around.
I just want to make sure that I'm
I
ready
got
for
you
my
new
trip.
clothes.
and that
Oh,
my
new clothes. I
practice
couldn't
is ready
rustle
in
off
my
the
absence.
fucking primrose bastards who walk down the alley.
No.
No, you're fucking paying me, lass. What are you paying me? What's my wages?
Doctor, what should his wages be?
I'm trying to determine what I'm getting for my trip here. Thank you.
Sir, I outdid you on an appendectomy. Without knowing it, though, but whatever.
Appendectomy.
Appendectomy? Oh, shit, we're doing trannies now. That's not what it's called. I'm sorry for any of you.
Wow.
No, that's a different game. We're not allowed to play that right now. World of Warcraft?
Demonetized.
We've already been demonetized.
We weren't monetized to begin with.
Ladies and gentlemen, the LGBT, whatever the hell extra letters they're adding to it nowadays, community.
Nero, just shut up.
Just shut up. He's sorry.
Don't use my name! Don't you use my slave name.
Call me Snowball.
Insert his real name here. Insert real name here is sorry.
God damn it, I forget. Oh, they got picked up
Well,
on another
insert name
season.
here. Better just stop
70
talking.
episodes.
70 episodes? I thought it was
70
only a
episodes
season.
is what they purchased.
Holy shit. Wait, who picked them up?
Adult Swim did.
Wow. Okay.
Mother?
Adult Swim picked up Rick and Morty for 70 fucking episodes. Bravo.
I can't find the pricing charts.
Yeah, at the rate at which
These
there
are the-
going, they
those.
were
Should be in
absolutely
here.
right at the
Oh,
at the
I
beginning of
was-
season
I-
one when they said, episode one when they said Rick and Morty for 100
said that
years.
for
They're
free.
looking for that.
I don't blame them. It was a great show.
100 years.
Hey,
100
what are
years
you
of Rick and
looking
Morty.
for?
What are you looking for?
Things that I can
Fame,
bring on
fortune, and a
doctor
good
trip.
pussy.
Needles.
You'll have basic.
Needles. Why are you looking for needles?
You'll already have.
She's
a
addicted to
medical
the heroin.
review.
So it's something
Not
for
for
a
him.
traveling kit, something for
He's
insomnia.
Asian. Okay, he's acupuncture. He needs needles.
He is Dr. Payne.
enough spare needles for injections of sorts.
You basically have all that.
Okay.
You're a
That's-
doctor, for God's sake. Act like it.
Oh, as long as he's not a red
Make
shirt,
the
he'll
murder
survive
hobo
the
carry
end.
your stuff.
Are you a red shirt?
Is your shirt red today?
No.
Good, you're surviving.
Well, only until he dies.
Wait, Ghost's shirt is red.
What color is
Oh,
your
no.
shirt? What color is your shirt? This is
It's a
important.
white lab coat. I am a doctor after all.
So, Blue, you'll survive to the end of the season.
Okay.
Or
Anyway, what else?
not. My
you doing
shirt
around
might get splattered with blood. Then I'll be a red shirt.
Spending money on a
He's a
dress.
surgeon after all.
I'm
I am a
going to
surgeon.
go find the priciest dress ever.
So you're gonna go find some nice dresses. Are you taking the murder hobo?
Gloves! I need gloves.
Oh, clubs! Gloves or clubs?
Gloves.
Okay.
I
Yeah.
need clubs and gloves, but mostly clubs. Oh,
He's
gloves.
beating people to death.
Because I might
with
be
their
able to
organs.
find hints.
I don't have anesthesia with me. Clubs.
I'll find
You
hints.
unconscious yet? Clubs.
That's what I fucking said. See, I'm actually fucking deaf. The stupid
Are
shit.
there
I
any
fucking hear.
salons open still?
What's a salon?
No.
In
You have, a
1920s, salons a fucking like daycare center for rich people.
you
Like
have
hair.
And I'm not lying about that statement.
you have a personal
Yeah. Taylor.
groomer. There we go. That's what I'm
Okay.
looking for.
You're gonna go see my groomer.
As long as you don't shit me like you fucking dogs, we're good.
We're gonna clean you up.
You're gonna have a good shave his beard.
No, I like my
Shave it
beard.
off.
You leave my beard alone.
We're gonna trim. We're gonna.
You're not going to know what's happening. It's just gonna start.
I'm not that drunk.
I'm just
It
gonna.
depends on how much of that wine you mixed from the presentation.
Whole bottle.
It's probably gone by
I'm
now.
just gonna
honestly.
take
Definitely gone
him
by
back
now.
to my family plot and have them do.
Family plot. She's
Family
taking you to
plot.
a graveyard.
I'm getting buried.
Taking him home.
My
Take
family
the murder
estate.
hobo home.
My family estate, and I'm gonna have them do.
Don't take me to your plot.
No, my estate, and they're gonna take
My
me out.
family plot.
Like, I'm the murder hobo. I'm about to get murdered. There we go.
I followed a rich woman into a cemetery to get a haircut.
I have
This sounds like a bad joke.
I
It sounds like a bad plan.
I feel like once we walk in the
You said
front
plot.
door,
I got
no,
worried.
estate. I meant estate.
Anyway, are you? So that's basically what we do today: getting groomed, getting ready for a trip.
I just feel like I walk in. Oh, you're back. What is that?
They
behind
can't see
you?
me, so it doesn't matter.
What is that thing?
It's probably like a lady. Would your gentleman guest like refreshments of some sort?
Take him to the groomer, please.
What the hell?
Thingy. We gotta.
No, you said refreshment. I like them.
The dog groomer.
No,
Give me a pint, you finest suds.
no, you can't have me for alcohol.
They
Yes.
they asked for
Yes,
refreshment.
sir. Some
No,
suds.
no.
They give me a bar of soap. I was gonna have him bring you dishwater, but she said no.
Take him to the stylist.
Oh, Suds would have been using the phone.
Bring the tailor.
Probably, but doesn't mean he's gonna be nice to you.
Have the tailor fit him for clothes. The stylist clean him. And he needs a hot shower.
What the hell's a hot shower? It's 1920.
Bath.
There's no hot water.
Well, there is.
Well, they boil it, but yeah, whatever.
There is. Just there's going to be a bunch of maids that are unhappy because now they have to do this instead of at the beginning
Scrub
of the
my
day, in the middle
dick!
of the day.
We pay them enough, and they love me. We'll
I
be
mean, they live there. They get a stipend.
You pay them. They don't love you. They serve it.
Well, they may. It depends.
I just
on
realized
how
there's a
nice
bottle
they
of
are.
Thousand Island's been up for like 2 hours.
That's fine.
It's dead.
No, it's not. It's fine.
Tell the Joneses that we need to move up their lobotomy.
We're in London, not
We need to leave.
not Maryland.
soon.
So you're rescheduling all of your surgeries for this week.
Yes.
He's going to remove a lot of appendixes filled with bubblegum.
Well, since you're doing some lobos, use your medicine check. Let's see how good you do this week. How many surgeries do you suppose you have to carry out this week?
Which medicine check?
Oh,
I was
I don't know,
thinking I'll
this
do
is
the bottom.
London,
and
and
I'm
I'm
a good practice
You're with
after
me.
all.
I
So,
don't
Five. All right.
You're with me. You're
I'll
in
say
my
you've
house.
done 5 surgeries. We'll do this for the week now.
35.
Is that a success?
That is very much a success, as my medicine is 75.
So let's even 100. Did you just roll 100?
No, I rolled a 0.
Go.
You can't roll a 0. You can only roll a 1.
If that's a 10, that equals 100.
No, that's a 10.
Oh, then I rolled.
If
a
you have
1.
3 zeros, you rolled a 100. You did the absolute worst you could possibly do on a lobotomy.
I was trying to. No,
You
not
did
a
a
lobotomy.
murder!
Not a lobotomy. Appendectomy.
But Ghost, wait. Ghost,
Take the balls off.
Guys,
I'm removing your balls. Here's an ice
he
pick in
can't
your eyes.
perform anything. He's
I
getting
know. I was
That's-
just rolling to see a dick.
Fine. But that's the murder hobo wanting to perform a murder. I mean surgery.
He's too busy getting. He should be happy.
Alright.
He's being
Getting the
pampered.
dog
I'm
room.
going to
No,
say
you're
2
not.
of these
Where's
are
the
actually
family
very
photo?
difficult, and the others are just difficult.
And the maids are giving you a nice
So
present. And
I'll
you're
let
gonna
you
put
go
in
with the
nice
difficults first, and we'll do the very difficult tasks. So do
clothes. They're
that.
gonna hate you later for it.
You're paying them. They can't hate you.
Any more than they already do.
My mother has probably already heard about it. and she's already
35.
seen it.
Yeah, you succeeded. About that.
I wanted to see the neck.
25.
Ooh, good. Now it's a very hard one. Come on, 99.
These are the very end.
Come on, 100.
How does my mother feel
Roll
about
balls.
bringing a hobo in?
90.
Oh, okay. And the next one?
43.
I'm smelling a handcuff.
God damn it! Wrong game! Wrong game! Handcuffs cause 99% of fatalities in hospitals. What?
All right. So did you succeed on a very hard?
Anybody who wants this in the future,
No.
it was a different game.
All right. But you did. That would have normally been a success. I don't know.
Would have normally, yes.
Okay.
Ow!
So,
Well, put your foot there.
while the surgery was completed and the patient didn't die,
His balls are on his face.
you may have removed something that was not his appendix, perhaps a kidney.
Oh, you're Argentinian. Got it.
Selling that on the black market.
Now we're
Where's my icebox?
he still has appendicitis.
Just poke it.
That pesky second appendix is going to come back to haunt him.
Oh,
Now, the other one,
God.
I don't know what you were doing on that. I'm just going to assume it was some surgery that went horribly wrong. And you
The guy
probably,
flinched during surgery and he cut something else out.
You probably suggested that he was a deranged patient when he came in and needs proper care in a sanitarium. I'll see if that hurts
Dude,
your
in the
reputation
20s,
at
if
all.
you had fizzy farts, you were supposed to be insane.
Ah. Leave it alone. My feet are fine where they are. Leave it alone.
I do have psychology as a skill.
Do you?
Oh, roll your psychology to try to cover this up.
Okay, son of a bitch.
Did you do it?
I do not have
13.
psychology.
Yeah, if you do.
And I have 40 in psychology, so that's even hard for me.
Did you really do it? Did you convince people?
Yeah.
Son of a bitch.
The deranged patient obviously has other problems, and it wasn't the surgery that caused this
We
problem.
did what
It
we
was his
could.
derangement.
We did everything we could. It seems it's not working.
I just rolled a 5 for psychology.
Poor patient.
It probably does need that lobotomy.
I agree.
Are
The murder hobo agrees. I just rolled a 5.
you going to try to convince the
I rolled a
the
5.
relatives that are currently grieving to give him a lobotomy to make his life better?
What are they grieving? They're still alive, or it's still alive. At this point, it's definitely it after
Yes,
lobotomy.
no. Are you lobotomizing?
Yes.
No.
You trying to convince a lobotomy here to cover up
I
your
would-
tracks further?
Convinced. Where's the
I will tell them that they
Which way?
should
Which
suggest
way?
that they should look for a lobotomy like this as a further
I told you
Keep
that.
going. As a further,
to further the
roll your persuasion.
Advancement of the recovery.
Whoop.
To further the advancement of the recovery. That's the word you want.
58. My persuades 30.
No. We'll confine him to the sanitarium for a few weeks, and if things get better, things get better.
Just murder him.
All right.
Murder
I just
hobo
wanted
here!
to- I just wanted to
Murder
make
hobo
sure
is
that it's
here
on
to
the
save
table
the
for you
day.
guys as a treatment option.
Stop.
You all have a pleasant afternoon. I apologize.
All right, so we're just going to skip over to the next day. Assuming you guys don't want to do anything
I
else.
don't have anything to
Did
do.
my
She's
mother
fucking
feel-
grooming my balls.
I'm
I
not
don't know.
grooming you.
Whatever, somebody else.
I'm not touching you.
You hired somebody to touch me.
You know what? I would feel totally bad if my
We
mother
need
goes,
to do
"Where
right
are
regardless here,
you?"
we didn't do
Uh-huh.
it.
Anyway, continuing.
Medicine is hard.
We're going to go to the lecture now.
Yeah, the lecture.
Oh, good. Somebody who's speaking.
Yeah, Dr. Julius Smith. Yeah.
It's my.
I just realized when I hit him.
So
I
he
actually-
starts going off the rails immediately and talking about clever deceits that he had done to expose charlatans, and then he says, the proved to be, however, categories of repetitious phenomenon offering no simple elucidation. I refer to the poltergeist, to the traveler who suddenly finds himself dozens or thousands of miles or years from where he stood moments before, and to the haunting. My presentation tonight concerns the latter. I say haunting and not ghost or spirit because alone of such epiphenomena, haunters can be buildings, lanterns, coaches and fours, swords, and so on, as well as men, women, dogs, bears, processions, and even armies.
What about
World-
children?
Worldwide, the store of casual anecdote concerning haunters is enormous, and I say epiphenomena because the haunters are not linked with any specific observers, and haunting presumably occurs with or without human witness. Thus, the perception of such an event is secondary to the event itself. The essential characteristics of haunters are simple. The person or thing must have existed, must have disappeared in some sense, and then must reappear once or many times. The location of the phenomena may stay the same or may change, and that which reappears may be partial, insubstantial, or be solid and real-seeming as any member of tonight's illustrious gathering.
That's what the story's actually about.
No other conditions are needed. Dr. Smith then will project some slides of 3 hauntings in detail. The first one is a Brenton fishing boat, the second one is a Norwegian woman, and the third is a London hansom cab.
What the hell's a hansom cab?
It's it's just a cab.
Why is it handsome?
It's not handsome, it's handsome. It's a type of cab.
Oh,
It's just a company cab.
I heard
sorry.
it too.
I heard handsome. I'm sorry.
Each incident was studied and photographed simultaneously from 3 positions, and accurate scaling of the apparitions is easy to recognize. He's also able to demonstrate the characteristics shared by the 3. So, the 3 apparitions do not coalesce from points, as most tales describe, but slowly. My bad, this is probably As you'll notice, the 3 apparitions do not coalesce from points, as most tales describe, but slowly emerge from whole invisible planes as if passing through curtains of perception. Each is semi-transparent, and you can trace a clear passage of a wave through the fishing boat, for example, as the image shows no froth or ripple. It does not resist the water. In the other slides, you will see, in the second and third photographs, completely through the apparition. Each apparition slightly glows, as you can see here, isolating the reflections of nearby objects. Sampling attributes part of the glow to ionization, but not all. Careful indexing of the reflections indicates the level of ionization varied randomly throughout each event. The rate at which these 3 apparitions manifested motion was in comparison to normal movement, slowed by a consistent 1/2 in each case. You'll notice the ripple passing through the sail of the fishing boat when 16mm cinematograph film of its speed appreciably.
That's not a word. Who wrote
Thinking
that?
about cinematography.
But it's not.
It's a cinematograph. It's just for some reason I can't say it without trying to add the Y, so I have to stop and say it. The ripple seems normal while the ocean waves become ridiculous. So the staircase descent of the Norwegian woman seems less unusual when sped up. The horse drawing of the hansom cab switches her tail casually, as if discouraging flies, rather than making seemingly malevolent and mysterious gestures. Historically, each of these 3 apparitions was held to have disappeared and not to have been killed or destroyed through this observation, though this observation could not be said of every apparition. Comparatively, instances of touchable solid apparitions rarely occur. One might wait many lifetimes for a chance. Such apparitions seem uniformly preserved. With the south of England has been settled by men for many thousands of years, that the vast majority of hauntings seem to have been produced in the past 5 or 6 centuries. Only a handful will survive from Roman times. So I will conclude by observing that in the past 30 years, science has begun to learn about that which cannot be seen or normally sensed, things at atomic level, and the hauntings offer clues in indefinable ways. It is my belief such hauntings represent clues concerning the natural universe for much larger and much stranger than that the natural universe is much larger and stranger than we imagine. The walls of what we perceive normally have subtle flexibility. The spectral hauntings I have discussed represent attempts, perhaps random and perhaps purposeful, certainly unsuccessful, to return to this time and space by elements that it somehow was removed from. If energetic and not a little lucky in our observations, students of the paraphysicality may one day be able to move up and down time or travel globally with minor effort, or to perceive that which at present lies completely beyond our senses. Put the damn pot back! What waits beyond remains a supreme question for which the present must answer for himself.
Why did we have to listen to the whole fucking lecture?
Because it's important to the whole fucking story. It is the basis of the story.
To be fair,
and it said very specifically to read it in a droll, boring, and monotone voice, so that the investigators would get bored and not pay attention.
I did, but I didn't.
Lobotomy.
Also, I also found out the actual story.
Okay, Lobotomy Jones. You have 0% chance of finding the actual story.
Well, okay, Google told me so, but yeah.
No, Google didn't tell you, so you still have no clue what's going on.
Wait. No, I have a chance to roll. What do I have to roll against? For what? Understanding the story. Knowing the story. Understanding what the fuck this idiot just said.
Okay, if you're trying to understand what he said, you're going to want to roll intellect or education.
I roll education.
I'm sorry, not intellect, because that's idea for some reason. Just education.
28.
65. On a very hard, what are you supposed to be? An 8.
Ah, damn it! Oh, very hard?
Very hard.
Jesus
An
Christ. Fuck you. I was 20.
8. What did you roll?
65.
Yeah, I see you don't. You understand. Got it.
See,
I just
understand.
don't roll when you don't have to.
Sure.
I understand.
I like to
he's-
challenge the DM sometimes. It's funny.
I understand
Apparently, I
that
failed
he's mad.
miserably. I found my feet and I'm drinking.
I understand that the good professor seems to be mad and probably needs a lobotomy.
IRL. That was bad timing for me to say that. Ghost, you don't need an IRL lobotomy. Maybe some rum up here. Good. Strong, but it's good.
So none of you would like to congratulate the
No,
good doctor
I'll,
on
if she
his
applauds. If
presentation.
she applauds,
I
truthfully, I'll
will
applaud.
presently, because he's my friend. I will, however, tell him in private that I
Oh,
think
good
that
job,
he's mad.
Professor! I have no idea what the hell you said, but good job! That's true.
Yeah, it's true. You didn't pay attention.
Beautiful speech. Beautiful speech.
Roll spot hiddens, all of you.
Am I doing very hard or no?
It's spot hidden is what it is.
Look, regular or hard or very hard?
Regular.
Off by 1 error.
Ha! 27
He was like,
out of a 35. Oh, shit.
nope.
All right. While you're talking to him after the presentation, you notice. Well, Miro notices.
Sorry.
I'm sorry, Mr. Hubo notices that the conversation is being observed
It's
by
Hobo,
a
sorry.
dark, mustached man in his late 30s. His mustache is bushy enough to be classified as foreign.
Ooh. Oh, Turkish?
He's foreign.
Anything outside of London is
If
considered
the
foreign.
moment you start looking at him and he notices you, he makes a gesture of apology and then disappears into town.
Huh? Define a gesture of apology.
I'm sorry. I don't
You-
know.
Okay, I've
For
never
you,
seen.
the finger.
Okay, Brits don't do this.
The finger.
Brits do this.
You break the glass.
It's not broken. You.
It's such a beautiful thing to see. I don't want to see my face on the screen. I do want to
Actually,
record this.
I do like this teapot though.
I do
I'm glad
too.
we
It's
found
great.
it.
I'm glad it's taking up the entire screen.
Shh. You don't want to see him. He's Occidental. And only certain people understand that joke.
Anyway, if there's nothing else you want to do, then the lecture is over and you can go hang out in
Okay,
London.
a foreign guy apologized to me from across the room.
No, I am
How would
going
I
to
have-
suggest that he is probably mad and should spend some time in the sanitarium.
And you are a doctor.
Oh,
He's a very well educated man. You know he's not mad, and yeah, he probably should.
I was gonna say, it's like he's fucking rich. They're all fucking mental. What are you looking for?
Oh,
There it is. It's your box of insanity. As long as you're not pulling out the body that's supposed to be in that thing, we're good.
what's that?
What the hell is that? Looks like the fucking Blue Jackets manual.
Le
Fucking...
Guide de Voyage. Or the Traveler's Companion.
Oh, good. Does it say don't panic on the back?
No.
Oh, we're fucked.
You can panic as much as you like.
I'm going to. I'm the fucking murder hobo.
Mr. Medea, the bull.
Medea hobo. God damn it! Why am I French? With a Cockney accent. How the fuck does this work?
Madame Hugo.
Madame Hugo. Nah, it's murder hobo, you fucking French frigate.
Anyway, if you wish to look up
I'm
places to visit,
pissing off so many
because
people.
he would not read this book.
No, I wouldn't. You are. Why would I be given the opportunity to read that? I'm the fucking bum.
It's just tourist stuff for London.
Oh yeah, I'm not a tourist. I live here. Why would I be
everybody's
a tourist?
living here. This is a tourist guide for people that don't actually know anything about London, so you can
Pick
check
the
out
London
the-
Eye if it's in there.
No, it's not.
It could be.
Okay, well, if you've been there, then you know what you can do in London if you want to do things in London. If
I do.
you don't want to do anything in London, then there's nothing for you to do in London.
I have been to London before.
I meant in the game. Would you like to do something in London, or would you like to pass for Saturday?
I've lived in London. I'm going to perform my practice duties.
I know you've been performing your practice. Duties.
Yeah, but they went under my
Anybody
tongue.
else want to do anything in London while
and
you're in
attempt to
London?
complete everything.
I want to
before
see the
trip.
local brothel.
I'll buy him a drink.
Don't do that.
Says the murder hobo. Don't do
Hey,
that.
drink.
Oi!
171 drinks.
Prepping my
One
practice,
Oh.
gathering my supplies for transit.
All right, one drink. The lady says she bought me one drink. Give me a barrel.
No,
It's one drink.
no barrel.
It's one drink.
I'm trying to believe you have my money already.
It's one drink. You offered one drink.
One
I don't
drink.
even know how much fucking money you have,
The
let
good-
alone how much you can roll for how much money you have.
Like, it's like 90.
Fuck you.
The good lady can, in fact, deny you after a certain point. There.
This is how deaf I am. The liquid lady can deny you.
Bring him
Well,
a
at least
pint.
she's liquid.
What did he say?
Oh.
What did you say?
The lady can deny you.
I heard the liquid lady.
Well, I'm sure the liquid lady can also deny you, especially if she has liquid.
What did you say though? 10 seconds
I
ago.
don't remember. The lady can deny you.
No, there was a word before that.
Good lady.
Oh, okay. Thank you for saying good. Now I know what liquid sounds like.
Good is liquid.
I take him to the local
I'm actually
Bar.
it's that bad. It's fucking weird.
fish. I buy you your pint.
Pint my ass.
Pint. I will buy you a drink.
Oh, she's buying me a fucking single point.
Just go after the pint in your ass.
Good point.
Good,
Good pint.
You press.
All right.
All right, fine. I'm drinking apparently. But, she's buying me a drink. Wait, where are we drinking? You're a fucking lady of
She
like.
doesn't need to buy you a drink. All she does is say, "Drink, please," and it appears.
From who?
It's-
At her house, she's got butlers and
Okay,
maids.
okay. I thought we were like
I just-
out on the streets of
I
London.
don't
at
even
some
have to
pub.
even say that. I just snap and they bring it.
I just thought we were at some pub. It's like, why is this aristocrat following a bum around?
I don't know.
It's a good
She's the one
question.
being
She's
weird.
bored. Oh, good. It is fucking My Fair Lady, but instead of lady, it's gentleman. In this case, asshole.
My fair eats.
Close
Madam,
enough.
I must
Can you hand me the other
definitely.
The second one, the one that
Yeah,
you haven't read yet, or theoretically haven't read yet.
I mean, the man dies 3 times.
Thank you. Yeah.
Ah, okay.
I didn't crinkle it. It's good. Oh, God. She's Rex Harrison, and I'm Audrey Hepburn.
No,
Okay.
I'm just a very rich female.
I must-
because-
You're Rex
Definitely.
Harrison, and I'm Audrey Hepburn.
Advise against dealing with the rat.
Oh, Jesus.
I don't have to worry about the
You
drunk.
might.
I don't have to worry about the drunken guys hitting on me.
I am the drunken guy.
You might
A
have
drink.
to worry for your own safety.
Yeah, that'll be fun.
Like I said, Casey.
Roll your spot hidden actually for each of the next 3 days. All of you. One at a time, please. So I know you see anything.
3
Which one?
days?
You just roll first set first.
Am I doing the first one?
Nope.
Yes, just roll a spot hidden.
Okay.
Yep. I got 21 on that one.
Yeah, I got
On the
12
first one,
on the first
No, on the
one.
second one, I got
hold
21.
on. She got 12
I
on the
got 12
first
on
one.
the first one.
How much of a success is that?
My spot hidden is 45.
Yeah, she got
Yeah,
that.
but then there's the next one and the next one.
My for
How good have you beaten it? Have you beaten it hard, or beaten it really
I
hard?
just did the normal one.
What's your okay? So you just beat the big.
Yeah.
Okay.
I beat the big one.
You notice there seems to be a man with a bushy mustache lurking around outside of your estate.
The Turk is back.
I'm
I'm
gonna
assuming
walk
he's perfect.
outside and find out why he's standing outside my family's estate.
Oh, he's not there when you get there.
That is odd. She
She's
has servants.
ballsy.
On day 2, you notice that man.
I got a 3 on day 2. And look
Oh.
at that, it's a 7.
So he appears to be wearing a very dark robe with a hood. He is very clearly not necessarily Ottoman descent, but Middle Eastern. He has a really long beard and really long hair underneath his hood. He has dark eyes and on the darker side of skin. He appears to be. He gives a sense of vitality and youth, but he appears to be old.
Grecian or Turkish?
More Turkish than you.
Okay.
All right. Day
The-
2,
the
did you
black
succeed?
mustache.
What happened on day 2?
That was
I
day
was
2.
waiting for
All right,
you
do
to
day
finish.
Do day 2.
He did day 2.
Nope, I
I
got
failed all
24.
of my days.
Okay.
I was like
Really?
2 off.
He appears to be. I'm assuming you're still with her for some reason.
Yeah.
If not, if you're not with her, then he appears outside of your hotel, and he seems to be really keen on whatever you guys are doing. But the moment you try to go confront him, he's gone by the time you get
Even
there.
on day 2 for me?
Yeah, on day 2. At day 3,
Nope.
I can't do day 3. Day 3 is going to be difficult.
Nope.
Nope.
why is day 3 difficult?
9.
What do you mean?
You rolled a
No, no, no.
9?
No, my spot hidden is 9.
No. It doesn't get harder each
Oh.
time. I'm asking if you've succeeded at all. I'm
Oh,
trying to
so
find
I'm
the
still-
degree to which
Any of
you have
these.
succeeded.
Okay.
Yes, she passed that on day 3. She passed 2 of them on day 3.
Okay, on day 3, that same man is lurking around outside, and he appears to be checking your grounds a little bit more than checking you.
What the fuck?
He's snooping around.
Okay,
Security.
no. Does my family have any things around there?
Define things. It's
Like-
1920.
Rifles?
No!
I mean, yes,
Maybe.
you have a rifle. Absolutely.
You have a rifle.
By the
and
time
a
you get it
shotgun.
and go outside, he's gone.
Oh.
I'm sure every single time you see somebody snooping around your estate, you're immediately going to grab your rifle and go outside. But chances are he's gone by the time you get there every single time. All right.
So Ottoman
I've
Empire.
seen no strange man. I have no tools with which to defend myself.
So
So I have
Neither
no
do
reason
I.
to
This
purchase
is
it.
why you should
Wait,
come
what's
to
your
my
hand in
estate,
hand?
doctor.
what's your unarmed?
My unarmed?
Yeah.
30.
My unarmed?
I'm a doctor. I'm not a fighter.
What's your extreme? Of that, all the way to the bottom.
I believe it's 6.
Ah! Okay, you're at exactly half of me the whole way. Because my regular is 60.
Perhaps we should invite the good doctor to stay in there.
Oh,
Hell
hell
He's
no.
weaker than what? He's weaker than me, anyway.
Right, exactly.
He's smarter than me, sort of.
Well, he should come
But
stay.
weaker than me.
If we're all together, we could
I got you on 1. I'm going to hold that over you.
Well, maybe you should come stay in my estate.
Why would I stay at your estate? I have my own estate.
Yes,
I have weapons.
So does he at
Oh
some
my
point.
god.
No,
I have a practice
I
that I
have
need to maintain.
rifles.
he has a point. Leave him alone.
I have a job.
Yeah, he has a
Oh, he doesn't even see the guy, so he's just basically focused on us.
He didn't see the guy at all.
Okay, so
And that was only because of our estate. He's been following all of us individually.
Mhm.
But because I've been with you 90% of the time, when you see him, I see him half the time. So I
What is
only
it,
saw
you're
him.
just staying
I
there?
only saw him the one time. Though.
I have never seen this man.
he has literally never seen this man.
He has a dog.
Ever.
He
In
has
my
no clue what you're
life.
talking about if he's trying to. Anyway, so what happens next is that on early Saturday morning, probably little street urchins run up to deliver messages to the 3 of you.
Oi, oi, oi! I'm here first, you little fuckers.
at your hotel room.
Fuck yeah.
But if
I don't know where the fuck I'm
He's with me,
staying.
though.
I'm yelling at
He
the
doesn't
little.
need to stay at your house.
Okay.
He has a hotel room.
I'm yelling at the little bastards because I'm here first.
Well, they all hand you a note and expect it. So. Just pence for delivery.
Oh,
Pick some,
fine.
of course.
Here's.
The ladies got you.
You're not with me. You're in the hotel.
You're in the hotel room.
Where the fuck am
I don't know. Apparently, you pissed on a kid in a hotel room. You know,
I? I'm into that shit apparently. I don't know.
This went awkward quickly.
I thought they were fucking
Wait,
coming up to
is
me.
it
I'm sorry.
One is
for
going
each
to
of
come
us?
up to each of you. Yes.
Oh,
Fine.
okay.
Here's 100.
100 what? 100 what?
You're 100 pounds. It's 1 pence is the tradition.
A penny, you fuck! A penny, not 100
Not a
bills.
penny,
I
but, yeah.
have enough
Okay,
money.
a pence is considered a penny. A dollar. I'm sorry.
Yeah, you shouldn't
sorry.
be. You
I'm
shouldn't
sorry.
be tossing that kind of money
Fine,
at
I'm
random
just-
kids on
I'm
the
just gonna
street.
give him 2 pence.
No.
Sure, that's fine.
I'm rich.
They're going to be rude to him, but that's fine. Anyway, so the message says, it's signed Beddoes, first of all. Something is wrong with the professor. He will not leave his room. Please come quickly. Doctor, the professor may be in need of your help. Please come quickly. He will not leave his room, and I cannot get into it. There appears to be something blocking the door.
I will hand the child another pence and tell him to fly the cab.
Okay. He will go outside and fly a cat.
Oh wait, I got my own personal coach.
While I
Yes,
gather
you do.
my things.
Do you understand? You have a rich person. I can come
He's
get
not
you.
that rich. You don't need to get him.
I'm
You
the
just go
doctor.
straight to the thing. He's a doctor.
Well, I need to get the hobo.
Well, the hobo will know where to go. You don't.
Coachman.
The hobo knows where money's coming from. Of course, he's
Yep.
going to show up.
See, my
This is what happens when you give one of those little riffraff on the street too much money. You get a murder hobo in your party.
You do. So just give him something. Flag a cab for me while I gather my
So
things.
I'm gonna coach on my way.
So it'll be ready for me when I leave.
Okay.
I'm assuming you're going as well.
Well, Go said you're
It
gonna
says the
follow.
doctor won't leave his room. There seems to be something wrong with
Professor.
him. The
Wait.
professor. He's a doctor as well. He's a doctor of
I guess
archaeology.
said you're gonna follow regardless.
Yeah, I agree.
Point was, doctor's not leaving his room. Needs help. Probably there's something blocking the door. Come help.
All right. I'm gonna shoulder the door in.
You
We're gonna
can't.
have
It's
that
been blocking
medic
it.
back.
I can fucking try.
You,
Ready for
you
the
can
travel.
try. You have to use your I believe it's-
Strength or something.
Yeah, strength. I was gonna say body for some reason.
Congratulations. 3.
Well, you just
85.
push the damn door open. It seems that sometime during the night, a standing wardrobe has been pushed against. Oh, I'm sorry, I forgot. Read thing 2 first. And that number 2.
The hell is thing 2?
3 murders.
And man dies 3 times in one
Yeah,
night.
that one. So that was actually on the newsstands and delivered to you first thing in the morning before this guy sent his message to you.
Well, that's
Who the hell calls their fucking hotel Chelsea Arms Hotel?
It's probably in the city of Chelsea.
Not if it's in London, which is where we are.
It's the Chelsea. There's probably a district. of Chelsea. Only makes sense. I would read it out loud, but I don't actually have a copy of that. For some reason. I didn't put that in there.
Read it.
Man dies 3 times in one night. 3 bodies in the hotel. Each man carries the same identity. 3 slain men were discovered last night in a London hotel, each bearing positive identification as Mr. Mehmet Markarat of Islington. Each had been stabbed through the heart. Maids at the Chelsea Arms Hotel discovered the remains. The room is also registered in the name of Mr. Markarat. Bona fide papers identify the trio as one man, the Mr. Markarat, who is Turkish antique and art dealer doing business in the city. The victim bears superficial resemblance. The victims bear superficial resemblances, and each had passed as Mr. Markarat since independently arriving in London 3 days ago. Confusingly, the real Mr. Markarat, or at least the man described by neighboring shopkeepers as Mr. Markarat, cannot be found. Police request that he come forward. The passports of the Turkish nationals record independent worldwide travels for each man over the past 3 years. Inspector Fleming of Scotland Yard is at a loss to describe the meaning of the bizarre mystery, but is eager to converse with any other Mehmet Margarat still living.
Such hogwash.
Hogwash nothing. That son of a bitch is dead.
Okay, anyway, you get there, you shoulder open the door, and somebody overnight has moved the standing wardrobe in front of the door, so you've just knocked it over, the clothes on the floor, all that sort of shit.
Doctor, you need that lobotomy.
The doctor actually isn't in his room.
Ooh.
But there is another newspaper there, and it's open to page 3.
Define page 3, because I don't
I'm going to give it to you. It's the third handout.
I do believe he does.
No, it is definitely not the third handout. Definitely not. The article discusses the strange disappearance of Professor Smith.
Smythe.
And the newspaper is dated tomorrow.
Huh?
No, that's confusing.
Especially since it clearly states that a wardrobe was moved from the inside of his room to the front of his door, blocking the door, requiring the force of a paid hand to open the door, only to find that his friends had arrived. His friends had arrived to move this door, and basically that there was nobody inside.
Fortune teller?
Burn the fucking page. It's a witch.
It basically describes the entire situation
Hey,
to date.
This is an
what
odd
do I have to roll
coincidence.
to spot hitting?
Spot hidden what?
I
Fucking
mean,
burn
What are
it.
you trying to
It's a
hide,
goddamn
or what are you
witch.
trying to find? You can roll spot hidden and
Just
just
to
tell
see,
me
yeah.
how successful you are.
Nope.
Anybody else want to roll on
I
that?
just wanted to see what that equipping had anything.
I'm
Hey,
going to see if I can
33,
find
I did it.
anything that
Unless you're making me roll harder than normal.
anything that might show where he went to. Any signs of him.
You know what? I
Yes,
can
spot
agree
hidden.
with that.
So it's a standard success.
Same.
Standard success on spot hidden for what?
Or
Spot hidden
attempting
to see why this paper knows what just happened.
attempting to find out where he
And
went.
There appears to be signs of a break-in here along the windowsill. There's scratches from the outside, and the window appears to have been pried open, but has been put back in relatively good repair. The article itself seems to be legit. It's not like cut into the paper somehow. It's not taped, like glued in there, pasted in there, or anything like that. It seems to be a completely legit article. It's part of this paper, which talks about events that haven't happened yet, as the date clearly states it's tomorrow.
Well, wait.
No, let's get the fucking newspapers to take a photo or set it up. Okay, I'm not cocking this. Let's get the local media to check out the fact that this paper that we found in this room says tomorrow.
But they're not going to believe us.
I don't give a shit what they believe.
Are you
Oh,
trying to get them to write an article about the paper being found in this
Negating it,
room,
yes.
saying that the professor was not lost and he was in the room the whole time?
No, negating the fact that this paper is a falsity trying to lead us down the wrong path. Follow the white rabbit.
but wait.
You can try
Wait,
to
wait,
convince them to rub that article.
But
What do I
if-
follow the tracks?
If
Wherever the
What do I have to
break-in
roll?
goes
There's
to.
no tracks.
I want to make the media not coincide with what this media is saying.
But the thing is, though, is this
What
paper
am I rolling?
everywhere?
Hold on a second. No, this paper is in this room.
This is the only
No,
paper.
I meant, is there more copies of this same paper or no?
No, this paper is in this room, dated tomorrow. It is the same paper that was delivered to your door that is dated today. It's just a different issue. It's tomorrow's issue.
This is the thing. What happened
This is
today?
the only paper of its kind.
What happened today is depicted as to happen tomorrow.
Correct.
We did it today.
for tomorrow's paper. It'll be tomorrow's headlines. I want to make
So-
sure that the news articles don't have this.
So you're gonna.
What am I rolling?
Are you going to the newspaper's office and telling them not to run an article about the disappearance of the professor?
Yes.
Okay. Okay, go ahead.
What am I rolling?
You're gonna roll persuasion.
I could just find them out.
Aha!
At disadvantage.
Oh
Nope,
no.
not a disadvantage.
Wait. You have a rich person with you.
You're gonna understand in a minute.
I matched it.
I'll give it to you. So he walks up to the newspaper office and says, "Oh, you! I got a problem with your story that you're running tomorrow. I don't want you to run it. The professor didn't disappear. No telling people the professor disappeared."
He's fucking right here. I'm pointing
Casey.
to the doctor.
They had no clue the professor disappeared. So now they're going to investigate and run the story.
No, they're not. They're gonna run an insane man came up to them and said the professor didn't disappear.
That's what you just told them. Now they're going to investigate to find out why you're telling them that, and they're going to realize that the professor disappeared.
How?
The thing.
We're the ones in charge of where the professor is. He could be with us. He could be
I am
off.
going to.
He could be
send
off
for-
doing something.
Send for the bobbies and
Bobbies?
gather on this.
Bobbies?
Yes.
Oh,
Cops.
Can I just?
Well, I couldn't hear if he said bodies or bobbies. I was like,
See?
is he getting the mechanics or is he
All right,
getting
you know what?
the police?
Wait. Is there any chance of me stopping it?
Stop him.
This is
At
a
this point, he reported it to the police. He reported it to the paper.
I can buy them both out.
You guaranteed that this story will get run. Good job.
That was the point.
But it wasn't. Because I pointed to him.
No, I don't have to.
I'm
He
not
was
going to the
there.
papers.
I
He was going to the police.
I could do charm.
Oh,
to
to buy
sending
them out.
kids.
It's not going to work. But it was a good plan. It was a good plan. Trying to get the paper to not publish it so that way it doesn't happen.
This is why. And
Shit.
You should just let me walk in there and go.
You show up, lassie. You got a fucking Nicky Wicky. I don't know what the fuck it is.
You should just let me do
I
it.
don't know what you're saying either.
I
Is
could
that
have just
Nicky
easily
Wicky?
done it.
Enjoy your Nicky Wicky.
I could have just easily done it.
Something about Paris's fucking Disneyland. I don't know.
All they needed to have was a little bit of drink.
You were gonna
and
fuck him.
Good night with a hooker.
Fuck him. Got it.
Not me.
Hey, you
I
think?
got maids to do that for me.
Hey, you think?
I got maids to do it.
Oh well, the thing got published, but it didn't get published the way it was written.
Okay,
it didn't
so-
get published the way it was written. God damn it.
I mean, yeah, it did. You went to the Times, and they're going to be nice about it. Had you gone to the Spot, they would have been completely vulgar.
Who the fuck is this Spot?
It's like the National Enquirer
Why didn't I go to them first? I'm the fucking bomb.
because the
Because the
paper that
paper
was on
was
the
the
thing was
Times.
the Times. He would not read the Spot.
Ugh.
So,
But I didn't give him
are
the
you guys
paper.
going to
I just
investigate the
pointed to it.
professor or no?
Yes. I didn't give him the
That's
paper
right.
though. I just pointed to it. There's no way in fucking hell they could copy paste.
I'm definitely working with the good old gumshoe out there in attempts to try and figure out where he went to.
Think what you do.
Wait, what's tomorrow?
I mentioned that if I did
Four.
find the burglary-looking
You don't
marks,
have to worry.
and see if you can find anything else in regards to it.
Yeah, sorry, what?
That's an extra 3
I'm
hours.
talking to the detective on the case.
You pay the hook.
What are you asking him?
That's what
I'm
you tell me.
assisting him with the case.
I didn't want to get up.
That's what I get.
I need
I'm
Hale.
showing him what I know and what I found.
Hale, thank you for your assistance.
Only 11.
You'd be
And
going.
I do wish to be on the up and up. The good doctor is a friend of mine.
I was unexpected.
Professor, he's not a doctor. You're a fucking doctor, sort of. I did better than you at least once.
It's just he's not good at the appendectomy.
He's good at lobotomy.
He's not good at the thing he invented.
Which is why I made the pain method.
That's why he made lobotomies. If he fucks up, he just says, "You're crazy."
I mean, that's what everybody does at that time.
That's true. I agree.
Anybody who fucks up is crazy. Well,
Lobotomy.
Either it works or it doesn't. If it doesn't, oh well. Giving out lobotomies like they're pain medicine for some reason.
Technically, that kind of works. What it was, wasn't it?
Well,
Even back further than the 20s.
they're doing lobotomies for everything, pretty much.
Yeah. I shit my pants. Here's a lobotomy. I ran over my neighbor's dog. Here's a lobotomy. Dude, the fucking like shit to be considered insane back in the day was messed up.
This guy likes another guy.
If
Oh,
you-
lobotomy.
If you farted more than once, you were considered insane. If you tried to put out a house fire,
Okay, so where are you investigating the professor? At his house in St. John's Wood, the
no,
office
where
in
we
the
found the
University of
paper, I
London?
think would be where we
That's his house. Got it.
Oh,
I want to investigate that.
He has
thought it was in
a
an
house. The
apartment.
University of London has his office. He goes to the Oriental Club a lot.
I think we would start at the house, go to his office, and then the club.
We need to investigate those bomb.
I think in that order. I'll let the doctor decide.
Why would I be investigating?
You're
I have
smarter than me. Fuck
I
off.
have a detective here. You do? He's the policeman.
I mean, the detective isn't going to help you. He's going to run his investigation
That's the
and
plan.
completely ignore you.
That's the plan. I
Wait.
want him to tell me what happens.
But I could just charm him to tell me things.
Charm him to do what
I just want him to keep me in the loop. I'm not really investigating.
investigate the apartment, investigate his house,
Okay.
investigate
I believe in
his
the
club.
police.
In that order.
Am I going for hard
Charm.
or normal?
What are you trying to charm?
To get the investigator to do what we just decided.
No, he's going to do his own damn thing. You can go investigate.
I'll
shit on
find
your
him a
own.
hooker if he'll do what I want.
No, he's going to do his own damn thing. He's the police. He's got nothing to do.
No, he's a police. He's not the police.
I am going to hire a private investigator.
There we go. Somebody with money did something right.
I
To
got
do what?
money.
Rub my balls.
To assist the detective in this and find out
What the
happened.
fuck?
So no, that's just not going to happen. They're not going to accept the help.
I'm gonna go over to the window.
It's fine. I want to make
What
sure it
window?
works.
Why
Oh,
window?
you're going back to the house. Okay.
Okay.
Then I'll have him do his own investigation on it.
There you go.
Let me go back to the house and get to the window.
Roll your spotting.
Am I doing difficult or
Yes.
both?
Very difficult.
That's the lowest number on there. What the fuck is that? That would be a 9. Why is it? She rolled a 9.
I'll give it to her. The scratches on the windowsill seem to lead down the brick wall outside, and across the yard there appears to be a very fine, small little, like somebody took a nail and just dragged it through the dirt.
Like a fingernail or a
Like a nail,
Wood nail.
like a wood nail, like a little tiny nail, something very fine.
Excuse
They
me.
just drag it through, making a scrape in the ground, and it goes off to a small shed out back, the groundskeeping shed.
I'm gonna follow.
You gonna have me come with you, or somebody go with you? You're gonna open the shed by yourself,
I'm gonna have Ben over there.
Ben.
Ben talk.
Oh,
Her
Beto.
bitch.
Beto.
The butler.
Open my door.
No, I'm gonna walk up and go. Beto, I
Beto,
need
please open the
assistance.
door.
Could you please follow me?
Sure. I mean, he has the key and everything, so he needs to open it. So he opens it up, and inside you find
A body.
No.
Damn it.
a bunch of glass bottles.
Oh, he's a wino.
Empty. And,
Exactly.
and some rags, and perhaps
He sweats a
some chemicals from the
Oh,
it's a pharmacy.
Meth lab.
and
It's
then
fucking
there's-
Breaking Bad, 1920s.
There's a bunch of papers and books scattered around that don't really seem to have anything coherent written on them.
Define coherent.
Beto, does
There's
this,
no words.
do you know anything
What
about
am I
this?
rolling?
No, I
Decipher?
haven't been out here in forever. No, There's no forever.
Squeeze.
Like, there's nothing here for you to.
Language.
It's literally not words. It's random arbitrary scribbles.
But maybe it's decipherable.
Do you think it has?
He's gonna get 100 and realize he can read it perfectly.
I don't know. Do you have any ideas?
This is the language of my people.
I rolled 75. No, I don't. The master was not prone to coming out here.
Was anyone who you knew came here that would come out here?
No, the shed has been locked. The groundskeeper could have come out here, but it looks like the shed hasn't been used in quite a while, given by the empty bottles. Although the groundskeeper may have a problem.
But there's also chemicals.
Yes, those happen. I'm sure they're just rat poison.
I'm gonna go ahead and start kind of looking at stuff.
So what?
We'll start looking at things.
I mean, there's really nothing particular here.
Oh no, at the
What's the
chemicals.
particular type of bottle? How's that?
Well, I meant the chemicals and stuff. No, it's
The chemicals
actually-
are all different flammable chemicals.
Flammable, but there's no
So
fire.
this is not rat
There's no
poison.
fire here, but
There
they're
hasn't
flammable.
Been a fire in the area?
Nope.
And these are all just tipped over bottles
Correct.
of whatever.
They're empty bottles on the ground.
So this is not pesticide. This is legitimate.
Well, maybe.
a pesticide can be flammable.
It could be. It's just
but
flammable.
rat poison isn't flammable.
It depends on the poison. There is actually flammable rat poison. I'm telling you this out of the game.
Point is, flammable liquids, bottle, rags, papers.
It's about on It's about average for what you would see
Still
for like a
higher
work
than
shed.
the
It's about on the average par for what you would see.
But the scribbles on the paper.
Does it look like there's been a struggle?
No. They're just randomly thrown around.
I would pick up the scribble papers. and
Okay,
keep the
I'm gonna
scribble
gather
papers.
up the
That's just what I would do.
The
You don't
papers?
have to do
No, but it might be good to take it to the police and be like, look, I found this.
It's fine.
And look at this one.
They're going to look at it and be like, okay, that's just weird. Whatever.
I thank him for letting me inside. And...
He's your servant.
No, he's not my servant.
No, he's what's his name? Sir?
But he's a piss
The
poor
professor.
Oh,
He's
Oh.
Smith's servant.
Smythe.
I thanked him because I had assistance.
Okay,
Yeah.
that's fine. Where are you going next?
I don't know. I did the thing I wanted to do.
Okay. The PI gets back to you. There seems to be nothing. He just seems to have left. That's basically his conclusion. The professor left. He'll be back.
Do we go to the office?
Do you have any evidence that he'll be back? You
No,
hadn't
but when
told
people
anybody.
leave, they typically come back.
Back to
He
one.
was acting strange beforehand, so
Well, there's no evidence of anything that could have possibly harmed him. There's no evidence at all, except that fake paper you gave me
Wait, what's the
or showed me, the one that says that he disappeared.
What does it say?
Because it's for tomorrow.
How do you know it's fake?
It says it's for tomorrow, therefore it's not real.
But it
it's about what I figure. It's probably
the
fake.
the professor talked about time travel.
This is
Yeah.
true.
Yes, he did.
I think he's mad.
But he talked about it.
He did talk about time travel.
He did talk about it. Aha! I paid attention, even though I'm actually drunk, IRL.
So
I'm gonna
He's
go
a good-
and attempt to speak with any of his colleagues to
Don't
see
you
if
fucking
any
give
of
me
them
praise.
have heard anything of merit.
should we
As
call?
to where he
should I
might have
call the
gone.
coach
No,
and
he's
go to his
got the
office?
week off. I mean, he'll resume
Should we go to his
lecturing
office?
next week.
I would check his office if you haven't yet.
No, I don't think any of us have.
His office is locked and nobody's going to let you in.
I'm strong.
They're still not going to let you break down the door.
How about I punch them?
Police.
Wait.
You really want to start a fight with random office
No.
workers?
Rich bitch!
Yeah, it's
Buy them off.
no, you're not going to buy them off. This is a university, sir.
So? That means it's not the cop's fault. It's fucking hired.
Correct, but it's still his office, and they have no reason to suspect that anything is wrong. They're not going to let you
I'll
into
show
his
them
office.
the paper that
They're
says
not going to
tomorrow.
believe it.
It's
They don't have
tomorrow's
to.
paper. It's garbage. It's obviously
Wait.
not true because you can't have tomorrow's paper today.
Why can't I? I don't have a printing press or access to one.
Hey,
Because it's from tomorrow.
Then how did I get it?
Exactly. So it must be him.
Then why can't I check to make sure? I promise I won't remove anything.
Because he doesn't have a printing press in here.
Exactly. You can watch me.
no, stop.
Might I suggest a lobotomy to you two?
Not me.
No, the guards.
Might I suggest a fine lobotomy, Mr. Hobo?
I want to convince the guards to let me in.
All right. Well, or if you're going to lie to them, fast talk.
Fast talk it is.
What are you going to say to them to get you in there?
Look here, this little wiki over here thinks this page came from tomorrow. I'm here to prove that it's wrong.
Fucking lie, all right?
It looks like I'm crazy. I'm gonna get locked up.
That, sir, is the ultimate of failures on your 98. You went to say, I'm here to prove it wrong, and you accidentally were like, so this thing's from tomorrow, he's missing, I need to see in his thing today to figure out where he goes tomorrow.
Can I try to charm them?
Why, that's an actual statement, too.
Who has the keys? You don't have to get.
I know, you basically told the truth.
But I can use
You
that.
failed at lying.
Wait.
Exactly, but the truth could work.
Who has the keys? You don't have to try to get the key.
The administrator, who's standing here telling you to leave the office.
Am I doing hard?
Please roll a 10. I'm gonna wait
Is
out,
it- is
wait
it-
it out, wait
Is
until
it
he comes
hard,
back.
medium, or easy?
I've been told he'll be back.
It's very hard.
Okay, please roll an 8.
I know. Nope. Okay, I'm leaving.
Well, there's an
Bye.
8 in it. Okay.
God damn.
So, you're staying at your hotel?
Yes.
You're staying at your place, she's staying at her place. Tonight, I would like you all to roll
Penis.
int your idea.
Which level?
Int, it's up here. Just roll it and tell me how good you do.
Standard success.
44,
Nope.
so I beat the standard.
You have an uneventful one, so that's fine. Your standard success. You two have a dream of that Turkish man that you've seen and he hasn't.
Fucking weirdo.
Some weird guy.
And he appears to be dragging the professor out of his room. And once he gets the professor out, he throws a fireball bottle in, and it sets the professor's mansion on fire.
But the house wasn't burning.
Correct. And then, after a fight, the professor escapes and jumps back into his room. And the man seems to just leave as the dogs come out and around the house. The man runs off.
So he's at his house, not at
No,
his...
he's at St. John's Wood, the estate that you were at for polo. The windowsill you just saw
Yeah.
scratched.
Then I went to the shed.
We dragged the professor out the window, fireball him in. Professor fought him off, jumped back in, and about that time, dogs came around the corner and chased the man off.
Search the house!
That's your middle of the night. You can each roll sanity. Damn it, what do I have to roll for that? Because
No, I mean, like, what do I have to...
Lower.
you have to roll
50.
lower than 50.
Hey, 26! No, 29.
6.
So fuck you.
Is that lower than your sanity score?
Yes.
Yes. Okay.
So it's
you
29.
you both lose 2 points of sanity.
Yeah.
As you realize that what you were watching happened both in the future and in the past now.
What?
It's the future because tonight is the night that you're seeing it, but it's the past because yesterday was the day you investigated it. And that what you're seeing is actually probably one of the apparitions that the professor was talking about during his
Lecture.
lecture.
I'm the only one who fucking heard it.
I don't believe in this gobbledygook.
You don't believe in the gobbledygook, but the damage to the windowsill looks awfully suspicious, considering it's very similar, all the scratching as he pulled the professor out of the room.
And the
Must
nail.
be a nightmare.
Maybe.
I'm following the nightmare.
When you wake up in the morning, there is a new paper for every one of you.
I was worried about my best friend after all.
Yay, more paper.
Professor's home burns, fears for his safety. Professor Julius Arthur Smith, a figure well known in academia, was sought today following the burning of his St. John's Wood home under mysterious circumstances. Missing also is Dr. Smith's manservant, one James Beddoes. Witnesses saw a man resembling Beddoes run from the house just before the fire broke out. Anyone knowing the whereabouts of Dr. Smith or Beddoes is requested to contact Detective Sergeant Rigby at Scotland Yard's Arson Division.
I vote we all meet up at my estate.
I mean, are you gonna go get them? Or...
I'm gonna send a coach after him.
Okay, so 15, 20 minutes after you get the paper, a coach appears and is like, "Excuse me, you're being summoned by Lady Nightingale."
Oi! Why can't she come get me herself?
Sir, she's rich.
And your point being?
They don't move for this.
If she wants me, she will.
She doesn't want you.
You know, I'm sitting here. Shut up, Doc. I did better than you on the first row.
Check my schedule, make sure I had nothing planned for today.
Did you?
It's a Sunday.
Like a Sunday.
Pretty much everything is closed, and you're expected to be at church today at some point.
Hey, I'm fucking Catholic or whatever. Anglican?
You're in London.
Yeah, they got Catholics.
They do, but you're probably Protestant, which I believe is the Anglican Church of England. Yeah, I believe so.
Yeah, actually, I think you're right.
What
I'm
happened-
sorry if I'm wrong.
Wait, what happened to? He follows the money.
I have no clue. He just rejected the cab. The cab.
He
driver
didn't
comes-
offer me money.
The cab driver comes back and is like, "Ma'am," he said, "if you wanted him, you'd get him yourself."
Fine, let's go get him.
Okay, but you're gonna let Casey go to your house? You're not gonna be there?
I tell my niece I'm expecting somebody. Let him in. Pour
Going
him some
to
tea.
send him off and tell him that I will join her after mass.
I'm
not even there.
So neither of them show up at your house. You get back with him, and Casey has a message for you saying after mass.
What mass?
goes before religion?
Okay, what mass are you? What's your religion? Well, religion.
It's probably Anglican. It makes sense.
Well, that would mean you'd be there before noon.
Yes.
Yes.
You'd be there actually about 11.
Anyway,
I'm
you'll
gonna
eventually get there. What are you guys gonna do now?
I just kind of throw that in front of him.
For what?
Yes, I
I see
saw
it.
the paper as well. What do you have in mind?
We were just there.
Go on.
Well, I had a fucking nightmare about the little bastard getting pulled out of his fucking room by some fucking Turkish motherfucker, but it's a
Was
dream.
it the guy that we
You
kept
didn't
seeing?
have the dream.
No.
She saw the guy at her house though when
Was
you
the
were
same
there.
guy lurking outside?
He looked like this. Blah, blah, blah. Explained the Turkish guy saw in the dream. Is it?
Yeah, it's the same guy.
Okay.
And I did see in that shed had bottles, rags, and flammable fluid.
Is it a she shed?
There was a shed.
Apparently.
He wasn't there for that. I don't
Yeah.
think he was either. You were investigating on your
Yeah,
own.
there was a shed outside where the window was scratched.
You have proof for this, Lassie?
I've got these scribbled writings.
I got these writings from the shed.
Fucking gobbledygook.
These aren't writings. This is scribbles.
I don't know what
Go
it
ahead,
is.
roll it. Roll language. English.
Oh, it's English.
I mean, it's not, but if you get a high enough value, it might be.
I
Was
don't
that
know
a
what it is.
92?
Or 29 if you're reading it wrong.
All right, you rolled so high. That is English. It's telling you something about the horse that carries the turf will create a land of the skinwalkers.
What the? Something about AMC's The Walking Dead. I don't know.
Zombies?
Congratulations, I'm promoting you. Fuck off.
What do I have to roll?
Language.
Difficulty.
There is no success on this.
Okay, then never mind.
I mean, roll it.
Roll one.
If you roll terrible, then you'll probably believe him and see whatever he just said.
Just roll.
That's not a language.
36.
You succeed.
She beat the first one.
This is definitely not a language. I have no fucking clue what he's reading. He's probably drunk this early.
I'm actually.
Don't worry, don't even try. It's not even a language.
How do you know?
Is it French?
It's drunk.
No, it's literally not a language. It's
Okay.
just scribbles. He just rolled so poorly, he thought it was a language. He's trying to find words in it.
I rolled balls apparently too right now. I don't know where that came from.
That's the worst roll you could possibly roll.
0?
3 zeros is a 100. We went over this already.
Okay, so we were literally just there yesterday, and it's just suddenly a flame,
Mhm.
and he wasn't even
That way.
in the building.
Sounds like arson.
Okay.
But where's Beddoes?
Where is Bellows?
Where is
or Beddoes or Bedfellows or Bedfucker?
Does
That's
the
a great
paper
thing. I
have
hope they bring it
the
back.
disappearance on?
The newspaper today?
Yes.
Yeah, it's got the same. Well, it has an article detailing both the disappearance and the fire.
I didn't give him that information, so
Goes to arson. And they
Does
found
this-
out that
do
he
you
was
guys think
involved.
this-
It sounds like an inside job. Someone knew that he wasn't home, and so they set his house on fire.
Do you guys think this has to do with the stuff he was telling us about? Like the simulacrum?
Of course not. It's all hogwash. He probably needs a
I
lobotomy.
believe, sir, the proper term is humbug at this point.
Humbug. It's humbug.
Guys, no, I
He
On
clearly
hobo, I'm
needs a
good.
lobotomy.
It's hobo. Bug.
I really think this has to do with the thing that he's having us go after.
He's not having us go after anything yet.
We're supposed to leave in a week.
He
You know
never
what?
told us where.
Actually, you're supposed to leave in like 3 days.
We're supposed to leave in 3 days.
leave for where?
He's not told us where, and I doubt he'll be telling us anytime soon.
Murder on the Orient Express my ass.
It's not murder.
I really do think this.
How do I know? I haven't found a body or otherwise, so I'm assuming.
I do think this ties into.
So I will make an ass out of you and me. Excuse me.
Where are you folks at?
My man, honestly,
I'm apparently with her, I'm assuming.
where's my student?
Clearly, it seems that our company with Mr. Hubo here will be nearing its end.
What are you blaming me for?
A man.
Where'd this come from?
A man runs up to the house and demands an audience with her. When he sees all 3 of you together, he looks relieved and hands you each this message. And then he runs off.
But where are we going?
What the hell is his name?
Jay Smith is the professor.
Where did?
The message says, "Come at once. I haven't long. For God's sakes, let no one follow you, Jay Smith."
All right.
Where?
Ghost.
His
Please
house
cut
should have
things
burnt.
better.
It was 3 a.m. Okay.
I don't care. How do you miss?
I like
I
this.
didn't. I cut around a
Where?
corner.
Where does he want us
I
to?
cut around
where
a
does
quarter of a different thing.
Of what?
Where does he want
Leave
us
my
to go?
speech bubble alone.
Where
I
does
like
he want
it.
us to go?
Is
Well-
it follow him?
Not that guy.
I should say his
Jay
estate,
Smith.
probably.
His state is gone.
would be
It
the
said,
most
"Come at once.
likely.
I haven't long." Who's J.A. Smith?
That's the professor.
What is my spot hidden for it?
Come
The
at
whole
once.
spot in
Where?
Where the hell do you think?
I'm going to his estate.
The apartment.
We'll take
The
my coach.
estate.
Okay, come
We'll
to
take
the
my
apartment.
Coach. We'll take my coach.
Besides, we do want to take a look at the burns firsthand.
We'll take my coach.
Okay, to the apartment.
Into my coach.
I don't give a fuck how we get there. We'll be there.
When you get there, Beddoes is not there, but you are let in, and they tell you that the fire was pretty quick. It started in his bedroom, and it took about a quarter of the house before they got it under control with the staff with their bucket brigade technique.
At the end of this, I'm going to give myself a lobotomy.
Come on! dumb fuck.
He just stuck a pink in his fucking eye.
And now I feel
Where are you rolling for investigation skills?
well, you can all spot it and find anything, or just look around. The
I'll
room is
look
on
around.
fire. There's a broken glass bottle on the ground. Everything's charred. It's pretty damn bad in here. 6. You found a room that is completely burnt.
Congratulations, it's burnt. That didn't help me.
However, you do notice, scratched into one of the bedposts in the charred remains, there is an address in Cheapside.
Cheapside? Is that a location or a fucking
It's a place.
Okay.
What you got?
Oh,
No.
Susie's helping. I rolled a 6 and I had to beat a 7 for the hardest.
That's really the only thing new in this room, except for the fact that it's now been on fire.
And it wasn't last night.
Where is that location in relation to the university?
Far away.
What university?
The university is in a good section of town, but this
Okay.
is the section of town where if you don't have somebody to fight for you, you will die.
Guys, we don't have time. It's
The
come at
police
once.
won't go here unless they
We
absolutely
came,
have to.
and it's no fucking here but a new fucking place.
And it's an inn.
Do we have to go there?
It's an inn in the
Maybe
bad
we had to
side
go to
of
the
town.
estate.
Yeah.
Would you like me to go to the inn and you fucking prissy bitches stay here?
I'm going with you. We'll just take my coach.
Oh no, this is dangerous.
Come on, Doctor. Adventure time.
Provided betterly and amid love.
Let's see.
Teapot, at least.
There.
Wait.
Whoa, my phone's fucking up. Wow.
What happened?
No, my phone was going
Your
ape
phone's
shit.
Is there anybody
It's from the-
around who might provide their services as a bodyguard for the?
Do I have to,
You gonna pay me too?
But
do I
you
have
can
to pay
him.
somebody? No, he's mine.
I could pay him as a hoodlum, sure. I would like more though.
You're not gonna get more on some short notice. That's a shame.
I could.
Yeah, I doubt it. You both fucking pay me to watch your backs.
You just got hit 2 times.
Robin Hood Men in Tights. Watch my back. Your back got hit twice.
Well, I should at the very least purchase a pocket knife.
The fuck is that? You need a tuxedo that.
Wait, here's the real question. Did I
You
bring my
think someone else
rifle?
got it? Probably not. You're not going hunting.
Oh wait, I got him.
What am I, your gun?
You've also got the coachman.
The coach really gotta do nothing.
Yes, he is.
He is the coachman, after all. They protect the right.
Is he armed?
He has arms.
But he has no gun.
Probably.
Okay.
He needs someone to ride shotgun.
We got our coachman. Well, we got my coachman.
That's a good point.
That's where that term came from, by the way.
I know. That's the point.
Anyway,
Let's go.
going to Cheapside.
Coachman, this address.
Yeah, with the pocket
Quickie
knife.
Peak.
The bucket.
Pete.
Quickie Pete.
Pete.
Who's Quickie Pete?
Exactly. All right, so when you get to Cheapside, there's a very grimy building on an undistinguished street. It appears to be pretty well locked up. This is the address. Mm-hmm.
This is the address. We're in the ghetto now, and I look like I'm able. I literally
your
look
fault.
like
I take it there are hoodlums all about.
I'm screaming, "Rob me!"
There are, well, I mean, if you're just going to run around screaming, rob me, of course somebody's going to
No,
take you up on it.
I look.
Rob me, rob me, rob me. All right, you bird, shut up. We'll take your money.
Are there hoodlums about?
Of course there's hoodlums about. You're traveling with one.
Oh wait, we got him. He can speak hoodlum and make them leave us alone.
I just want.
Oh, you blimey wankers! If
She
you're nice, they
thinks-
fucking give you pay.
That's not what you're going to tell everybody.
Yes.
Roll persuasion.
Anybody that approaches anyway.
They're not approaching, but they are watching from a slight distance.
I'm drunk. See all that? I'm hiding in the coach.
9. And I needed a 10.
All right. Well, suddenly there's a whole lot of
Knife
interesting
drawn.
people coming straight up going, "Oh, excuse me, milady. Would you like my hand?
No,
Well, can I carry your bags?
no,
How about your jacket?
no,
Would you like a jacket?
no,
Would you like an umbrella?
no,
Oh, we have canes.
no,
I can get you some nice shoes if you
no. My shoes are fine.
like. Would you like some refreshments?
No, I'm fine. I would like to get into that building.
I
though.
made it so bad!
Oh yes, absolutely. He runs right up, and kicks the door in, or rather, he kicks the door. We'll find out if he kicks the
I
door.
made it so bad for them!
He kicks the door and then falls back down the stoop and knocks himself out.
Next! Should I try?
No. Anyone
I'm-
want to go in there and see if there's a guy in there for me?
Strength check!
No, know what I'm doing.
No, you don't.
I know, literally. I just pretty much said, do any of y'all want to? Any one of you want to go in there?
I rolled a 9.
Roll your dex.
I rolled a 9.
I know. Roll your dex now.
90.
90. Oh. Okay. So
I did better on strength! Fuck you!
I guess you're walking behind him with a knife, going.
I'm
Nope.
dead now.
I'm staying in the carriage.
You can stay in
I'm
the
afraid.
carriage.
So
I rolled a 9 on
There's
strength
nothing to
and a
do
90 on
with
dex.
I'm afraid the hoodlums.
listen.
Hit it with my head.
Mr. Hugo walks straight up to the door. I was like, let me show you how to do it. And kicks it in. Except at the moment he kicks, the door opens. And he just puts his foot straight through Beddoes' stomach. He's not dead. He just knocks the shit out of him straight onto the floor. Just like massively injures the dude. Roll your
Damage. It's a D5
One-
plus whatever DH is, or D6.
plus that.
D5 plus that, so it's a D6.
No.
That's what it fucking
It's 1d3, so roll a d6.
D6 subtract.
And if it's higher than 3, flip it over.
You pick that up.
Look at your feet.
No, it's not.
It is.
Pick it up.
Really? You just got
I didn't want to fucking use it. So what am I doing with the 6?
You're rolling it, and then we'll tell you at that point.
You just beating up better now.
4, flip it over. 3, okay. And now you're going to roll a d4 and add that to it.
3.
You just
So
seriously
6.
kill Beddoes.
Doctor!
From the
You
carriage.
may have very well embedded your foot in his stomach. Beddoes is completely unconscious and bleeding from the mouth on the ground.
From the carriage, I'm going to see him kick Beddoes.
I fucking like.
Oh,
I don't
so
care.
you out of it. Bam! This is
A person.
Wales! Like, just kick him in, all right?
I just killed the servant.
You just killed the butler, probably.
Going to
Oops.
grab my bag,
And run straight to
open the
Beddoes.
door, and run straight in, and tell the nearest urchin to call the
Urchin?
ambulance.
You know what? I will do it.
I thought it said surgeon.
Do one
Roll
of
your
you?
medical.
Do one of you
This will
find?
be first aid. Of course.
Ah.
Well, you want to roll your medical to stabilize and then first aid to heal.
I'd kind of
You
do
were
both,
saying.
wouldn't it? First aid to stabilize and then medical.
Shut up, Madison.
Yeah,
Heal.
sure, whatever. Just do it.
Okay.
What the hell's first aid?
First aid was a failure.
You suck.
He's starting to appendectomy.
Oh boy.
How'd you roll less than me?
Medicine is fine, just barely.
Oh, he doesn't need an appendectomy. He needs his foot removed. He pulls Nero's foot out.
I
of
rolled
bounds.
on par. For first aid of 30 on dot.
Oh, Doc, I'll show you how to do it. First, you remove the foot from the man's midsection.
That's my foot.
All right, Doc, now you can heal him.
I'm just gonna walk in.
What the fuck just happened?
So I'm just gonna.
Casey,
Failed
stop letting me
medicine.
roll better than
You
you.
fail again to
What
try to
is your
heal him?
first aid?
Yes.
What is your
So you failed first aid and then you failed medicine?
No, I failed first aid, succeeded medicine, then failed medicine.
What the fuck is
So
your
you didn't
first
do another
aid?
I
roll.
didn't need to do another one?
No, you
Oh, okay.
succeeded. Okay. So you get him 1 hit point back. He's now got 1 hit point.
Oh, he's alive.
And both of his hands, you'll notice now, both of his hands are bandaged,
What?
looking like they might have been burnt.
Oh, I thought he did it.
No, he didn't do it. These were bandaged when you kicked the man's chest.
I didn't know. I wanted to make sure his ribs met his
Oh wait,
spine.
I'm still kind of in the coach.
No, I thought you were
No.
walking up to the door.
Oh no, I'm like.
You were
I
in the
walked
vicinity of me kicking the door.
I walked past.
Well, I
you
guess you
guys.
can't do a psychology roll to emphasize with the nervous man. You kicked his stomach in.
I'm sorry.
Mr. Smith appears to be under some blankets and shit on the bed, and he's coughing.
Let's lock the door.
I agree. Lock the door.
All right, the drapes have been pulled, shutting out as much light as possible. You can dimly see him. Is anybody trying to like inspect him or anything?
I'm gonna walk over and see if he is okay.
All right, so you're observing him. Then you're gonna directly go look at him. Roll a sanity.
Oh fuck!
Haha. I've already lost some.
73,
What do you,
65, 85.
You succeeded.
Yes, sir. How bad am I losing?
Roll a d6. And then if it's above 3, flip it.
that type. Anything over a 3, flip it. Exactly. Over 1.
Okay. So you take 0 sanity loss. You're good. He's very badly burned. His eyes are swollen shut. He has burns like all over that you can see, but his body is mostly covered. There's a side table that contains burn treatment supplies, like bottles and tubes and salt and protein solutions for IVs. There's morphine and some other drugs.
We
Roll a
die.
medicine check.
Don't kill him.
Nope. What did you roll?
88.
Oh,
Whoever was tending this man clearly has no idea what he's doing. We need to get rid of all this medical equipment.
That was 75
What's your
medicine.
medicine?
I'm failing.
I
my
rolled a
medicine.
76 and I needed a 1.
What do you need in medicine?
I needed a 1. And I rolled a 76. I still rolled better than that.
You can roll first aid if you'd like.
And I needed a 30.
He looks different because of his massive burns and the fact that his hair has been completely burned away. Mustache, sideburns, beard.
Oh, he's not pretty anymore.
Anyway, he tries to sit up, but he has a lot of trouble doing so, and he kind of greets you in a gasping wheeze.
No, sir, stay down. It's better for you.
How would you know?
Well, you don't move a victim.
How would you know your medicine?
Put your legs up.
Success!
No.
Oh, you actually know.
I know, you don't move people.
So,
So his tone grows hoarser and hoarser until he basically loses the ability to speak. That's fine. I'll tell you what he says. Does anybody want to take notes or anything?
I will write scribble scrabble.
Beddoes would have written this down, but you killed him.
I did not. He's alive.
All right, the professor can't talk for very long. He's been on the trail of an evil occult artifact, like you said, the Sedekafar Simulacrum. It's a statue and a source of great magical power. It was taken at the end of the 18th century and scattered across Europe. You don't actually have to. His lecture was intended to attract those who might help him, but his enemies found him faster than you guys helped. Last night, he and Beddoes were attacked in their home by the Turkish madman. Smith believes that they are also seeking the simulacrum, but for foul purposes. They tried to burn him alive, but Beddoes saved both of them. His notes were destroyed in the fire. Unless the Turks have them, they must not be allowed to recover the statue. Please get the statue before the assassins can reach it. What he remembers. Paris was where the statue was dismembered. The owner, the noble Comte Fenelon, lost it just prior to the French Revolution, and part of it may still be in France. Napoleon's soldiers carried a piece into Venice when they invaded the city. Another fragment made its way to Trieste at the same time. Smith doesn't know what became of it, but he suggests that you look up John Winckelmann at the museum. He might be helpful. There's a piece in the Kingdom of the Serbs, Croats, and Slovenes. Start at the National Museum of Belgrade. Dr. Milovan Todoric is the curator. One part was near Sofia during the Bulgarian War in 1875. The things that were of value were hidden from the invaders, so it may be buried there. The final piece was in circulation in Paris just after the Great War and sold to somebody from Milan. He doesn't know who. He urges you to go collect the statue pieces and destroy them. The only sure way is to take it to its original home, a place in Constantinople known as the Shunned Mosque. A ritual there will destroy it and is included in a set of documents known as the Sedekafar Scrolls, but Smith has been unable to consult them. At this point, he begs you to go quickly, and he whispers, God help you. He wheezes, and his voice is gone. He doesn't speak again. Beddoes does nothing because Beddoes is nearly dead. But he would have done things had he not been dead.
I maintain that he probably needs a lobotomy.
He does not need a lobotomy.
He absolutely needs a
He
lobotomy.
doesn't.
You've seen visions of the future and newspapers of the future.
I'm actually
They're all based on real places.
I know, it's still there. Some of the stories is based on history. That's why I knew it. The guy,
Professor in good care stopped God.
the time traveling warrior, it's a guy from 15 and change from Spain who teleported all the fucking world.
It's really not that. I promise.
But that's where that story came from.
Not really. Because I made that entire story up because the thing was confusing,
But that's
and I made it easier for you to understand.
but that's a story though.